Calling all podcasters, musicians, vloggers, and reporters, and everyone else who wants crystal clear recording that's super portable. The Shure Motive family of microphones makes studio-quality audio that's as simple as plug and play. Many of the world's top podcasters rely on Shure, and with a Motive line of iOS and USB microphones, portability is now your friend. Imagine being able to get great audio quickly and easily from your phone, tablet, or computer. Simply visit shure.com/motive to start getting great audio for your content now. That's SHURE.com/MOTIV.
Blog Talk Radio.
Yes, sir. It's Westside Wednesdays, homie. The G-Lew Show. West Coast hip hop to the tip top. Top shelf shit, homie. OG Lou, Westside Wednesdays, OG music. Yeah. It's Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew Show. That's a fact. We've been doing this for 4 years straight, back to back. Got rid of my old caddy and got a new lack. Threw away my old flows when it got a new rap. I was raised in California, but I seen a whole map. Been around the whole world, can't wait to get back. Give a shout out to the West Side, homies, straight moving. From Florence to La Brea, to Pico and Union. From Whittier to Watts, South Los to the beach. To Harlem, California, holla at my Uncle Tweed. Indeed, yeah, we proceed to keep it gangster. No skinny jeans, no Lees, no Wranglers. We only rock Levi's, just like T-Fly. Shout out to the Bay, E40 SPI. CE, I'm the number one G. LEW, so you don't want no trouble, fools. As we take you on this West Side ride, every Wednesday from 7 to 9, we on time. So holla at the homie if you need that fix. The G-Lew Show, we all in the mix like this. Yes, sir. It's Westside Wednesdays, homie. On the G-Lew Show, Blog Talk Radio, the number one West Coast station across the nation. Brick City Productions, OG Music, G-Lew. Yes, sir. And we rolling like that. What up, Flossie? 914-803-4001. Holla at me, homie. Yeah.
Play that good music, Jack. I was just thinking about this girl that I knew. She was bomb. Ever since I've been in here, I've been in this joint since 22. Man, everything's all toe up. From the flow up. I'm thinking about how could I get away. And I'm just thinking about the day. One day, I'll make it and I'll get out of this place. God damn it, I can't take it.
Many spend their entire adult lives behind these walls.
Every word means something special. Every word is beautiful. Every day brings back old memories. And those memories create a smile from you.
So many ways life can challenge us. Crossing out days on the calendars, counting down to a date, climbing this mountain till I'm bound for the gate. County jail, fed, or the state, I ain't never coming back again. Damn straight. My mind state been elevated. Daddy's coming home to stay, and I can't wait to celebrate it. Can't wait, cause I done seen what vendettas bring. So you don't even know how much your letters mean. You stayed down through everything. For better or worse, you earned this wedding ring. How you been fighting? You deserve a Purple Heart. Your handwriting is just like a work of art. How you still taking care of me? So I'm waiting for the mail, cause your letter's my therapy. Cause to me,
every word means something special. Every word is beautiful. Every day brings back old memories. And those memories create a smile.
Sitting here in the cell, thinking to myself, Stuck in this living hell, hoping that you're doing well. In no bail, posted waiting for the mail. Another day gone by, I ain't tripping nowhere. Deep behind these walls like a rough said with Nate, dog. I know the rules stay down in case of takeoff. Just another day, so I mob through the yard. Thinking about me and you sitting in the park. Never coming soft, stay hard, so I handle it. On my side, homies bang like this beat straight from Battle Cat. Daydreaming, thinking of how we used to do things. Got back to my cell after hitting my routine. Nothing could make my day better. To my surprise, right before my eyes, it was your letter. I mean, your words are so beautiful. About to write you back explaining what I wanna do. Cause to me,
every word means something special. Every word is beautiful. Every day brings back old memories, and those memories create a smile.
I just read your letter, feeling better. I was down and outbound, and now sounds like forever isn't far when it comes to me and you. I trust you, the truth and the true. I'm just describing me and you. I'm the truth. I stay down for us and riding you, so true to me, and that's why the love inside is all for you. When I touch down on solid ground, I'll be back to the booth so I can get us a house across town. By the way, I just saw your brother on lockdown, but I got him, so let your moms know that he'll be just fine though. I found a new profound way of thinking. The Muslims helped me to keep my mind focused on pure greatness. What you wrote me was pure poetry. I'll probably be in a hole for sticking niggas, hand picking niggas for the shank. Lay your message from heaven, and I hope you in good health when you receive this letter. All love.
Every word means something special. Every word is beautiful. Every day brings back old memories, and those memories create a smile. From your letter, waiting for your letter. When I read, I know it will get better. Waiting for your letter.
What's up with it? You got the Bay Area boss in the building. Philly Cell, man. Cali, Vallejo, man. Out here networking with my nigga G-Lew. Westside Wednesdays, man. West Coast Wednesdays. We in the building, man. Fuck with it. Keep it locked right here, man. Fans in the area.
Hey, check it out. I'd like to welcome everybody to Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew Show, live on Blog Talk Radio. Hey, man, tonight we got a very special show lined up for you all. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling you for the past week. We got my homeboy, that's sometimes controversial, but a real one. He's a real one. We got my homeboy Kneel To Zod, live from Sun Park, the AV 818. You know, I'm gonna give everybody a minute to check in. We got my homeboy. He's here now with us, but I want to give people a minute to check in. You know, get everything together. Tell a friend. Let people know we're live. The homeboy is here, but let everybody know we got my homeboy Kneel To Zod once again joining us on the Westside Wednesday show. The G-Lew Show. It's been a long time coming. I fuck with this dude right here. He's a real one, and he has just a unique story. I was grabbed onto him immediately when I seen him on YouTube. He has a YouTube page called Kneel To Zod, KNEEL 2 Zod, ZOD, and immediately when I seen his page one day, I liked the homie and started following him and checking out his posts that he does every day. The homie spit some real shit. He's different, from your average dude. You know what I mean? The homie is like a Black Sureno, and something I liked about it was something I could relate to because, I kind of grew up the same way, surroundings and everything. So I definitely wanted him on the show. Reached out to him and he let me know he will bless the show. So we got the homie Kneel To Zod on tonight. Like I said again, tell a friend, tell another friend to tune in to the G-Lew Show. The call-in number is 914-803-4001. Once again, it's 914-803-4001. We got my homeboy Kneel To Zod coming up next. I'm gonna do a song off the request line right quick for my bro, and then I'm gonna bang the homie's intro. Give everybody a minute, get your drink, roll your shit up or whatever. And Kneel To Zod is coming up next. Westside Wednesday, the G-Lew Show.
I made Cholo be Chevy lean hard. Macho with my muchachos, top vato. Got beef, I got the heat like a gun inside a taco. Fresh khakis, please from the squat meet. Bandanas, knee shot, mustache, longer than the counts on the green dot. What you know about the red, white, and green? With the low rider bikes on the kickstand lean. Hotter than Tabasco, and Tapatillo. Y barrio started, I go hard for me, amigos. Placing orders, nothing south of the border. Second bread like a torta, I can afford it, don't kilo.
Let's chop it up, little lip in everybody pockets up. A little work for a whole lot of dough. Put in a little work, we can split up all the dough. You down, fool? If you win, let's chop it up. This is never personal, we clocking up. Poquito trabajo, mucho dinero. Poquito trabajo, mucho dinero.
Yeah, where all the Southside riders at? Black love, brown pride, fools never getting tired of that. And even though the whole game out of whack, just bang back louder to a BC powder track. How to stack steadier, stand 2 steps ahead of you. These lanes never been ready, brother, set it up, let's knock it down. Steady getting breaded up, out of town. Black and brown equal green, all the real G's know what I mean. Nothing like chilling with your queen, blowing some cream and living the dream. Always staying wide awake, the chance you gotta take to make a lot of cake. Not a fake or a phony, never shake on a homie. Gotta feel these bars, cause they for real G's only, so it's finna hurt when my team rides from the dirt. Fellas bean burritos for dinner and bean pies for dessert. Got work.
Let's chop it up, little lip in everybody pockets up. A little work for a whole lot of dough. Put in a little work, we can split up all the dough. You down, fool? If you win, let's chop it up. This is never personal, we clocking up. Poquito trabajo, mucho dinero. Poquito trabajo, mucho dinero.
Caprices, Impalas, deep armadas. Wax sweater, white, got the whole enchilada. Con queso, flip dollars and pesos. Strapped in my poncho, tip my sombrero. Brown mackin', I got downtown action. We can throw some weight around, get the whole town cracking. Business is business, sell out, re-up. Fake till we caked up like the
Panderia. If you really try to get a grip, better flip the file and get hit. See, cause life is a trip, got now, that's why we skip all the BS. CO to the ES, went from Oxnard to Watt, Rio to the Key West. Now every day is recess, out here getting burnt skin. Playing in the sun, work already turned in. Cause we learned when to say when. And bring this new money making trend to you. Hallelujah, amen.
Let's chop it up, little lip in everybody pockets up. A little work for a whole lot of dough. Put in a little work, we can split up all the dough. You down, fool? If you win, let's chop it up. This is never personal, we clocking up. Poquito trabajo, mucho dinero. Poquito trabajo, mucho dinero.
Hundred miles and running, boy I'm so athletic, so poetic. Run my city like a senate, let it set in, let it simmer down, greatest ever. Like Mike Jackson with the zippers now. These punchlines, even livers giving out. Fuck a handout, hands down. I'm the best of this shit, and the rest weaker vessel to this. With these demons that I wrestle, hit a nail, let my thoughts settle. From the ghetto, pedal to the metal. Big up to the homies that I know. If you burning out, just a hiccup on the road. Got an appetite of big pun if you know. If you don't know, bitch suck me off, that's a low blow. And a no show, and a no go. It's what you are, such a star. Got the love for music, such a student therapeutic. It's my go-to, I'm the go-to. If you ain't know, West Coast, best coast, let's go. As far as nights, as far as heights, can't go. 90 shit and dookie chains, it can't go. As far as life, I'm way up high, I can't fall. West Coast, best coast, let's go. As far as nights, as far as heights, can't go. 90 shit and dookie chains, it can't go. As far as life, I'm way up high, I can't fall. West Coast, best coast, let's go. As far as nights, as far as heights, can't go. 90 shit and dookie chains, it can't go. As far as life, I'm way up high, I can't fall. West Coast, best coast, let's go. As far as nights, as far as heights, can't go. 90 shit and dookie chains, it can't go. As far as life, I'm way up high, I can't fall. No tongue ties, I'm top 5 like fine wine. And fine lines and draw lines like mob ties. It's go time and no time and flow tight. It's go time and no time, it's on sight. Give God praise, but crime pays, it's alright. In such days, it's always, it's all rhyme. It's go time and no time, no ghost right. It's go time and no time, no cosign. It's no lie, there's no sign that coincide. Watch the stars all align, watch them all collide. You a friend or foe, watch it all unfold. Verse 48 with the tongue like a gun from the likes of a 38. with some shit that will set it straight. Watch it all just break. It's go time in no time, got no time. With no snakes from no side, it's on sight. With no snakes from no side, it's on sight. To no jakes, give no praise, it's all lies. The new wave and new way, it's all tied. Need a Barney and no lie, it's all Clyde. West Coast, best coast, let's go. As far as nights, as far as heights, can't go. 90 shit and dookie chains, it can't goes. As far as life, I'm way up high, I can't fall. West Coast, best coast, let's go. As far as nights, as far as heights, can't go. 90 shit and dookie chains, it can't goes. As far as life, I'm way up high, I can't fall. West Coast, best coast, let's go. As far as nights, as far as heights, can't go. 90 shit and dookie chains, it can't goes. As far as life, I'm way up high, I can't fall. West Coast, best coast, let's go. As far as nights, as far as heights, can't go. 90 shit and dookie chains, it can't goes. As far as life, I'm way up high, I can't fall. If you can't keep up with bars, then you forfeit, then I'm all for it. If the car is just foreign, then I'm all for it. If the weed is potent, got the title and I own it, then I'm all for it. Such a poet and you know it, so I'm all for it. Fuck a song if you feel the need to respond, put careers on the line. Close casket when it comes to action, much passion when it comes to rapping. My mind grasping, hard to get it wrapped in. Such bullshit and your peeps is lacking. This lifestyle like a new body bends, let us see it backing. Close casket, I bury hatchets and cold passing. And cold hash it and go past it around the corner. The Jimmy's Burgers, I know addicts, I know streets. I know traffic, I'm no savage, I know sadness. I know what's real, I know plastic, like what's happening. Like what's happening.
Westside Wednesdays.
What's up, y'all? It is the Poetess, and you are tuned in to the G-Lew Show Westside Wednesdays.
Hey, check it out. Without any further ado, you just heard the intro. That was my homeboy Zod's artist right there. But without any further ado, let me bring my special guest into the show, my homeboy Kneel To Zod. Yo, what's up, homie?
Yo, what's up with it, man?
How you doing, homie?
How you doing? Man, you know, just right here and shit. What's up with you?
Hey, man, it's all good, man. I'm glad, I'm happy tonight, man, to have you on the show, homie. Like I told him in the intro, the people that's just tuning in, we got my homeboy Kneel To Zod. You know, he has a YouTube channel that's just taken off, you know, blown up quick, you know, and soon as, I don't even know how, Zod, how I got to your page. It popped up one day, and immediately, you know what I mean, I took to it, and I was feeling everything, homie. It's like, you know, not only your stories and everything, but the uniqueness about you, you know what I mean? And like I said, we have similar backgrounds. So I just, long story short, I definitely wanted you on the show, and I'm glad you're able to make it, homie.
Hey, good looking out, man. It's much appreciated, you know?
Yeah. So I gave him the intro quickly, man, but tell them yourself, man, who you are and everything, and Kneel To Zod, what it means, and about, you know, everything you have going on. Just a quick, brief intro for the people tuning in.
Yeah, you know, my name's Kneel To Zod. One, you know, I just basically took that name from, you know, for anybody that's ever watched Superman, they know where it comes from, the general, that, right. You know, basically he saw people going astray, and he, you know, he tried to bring them back. And my name is Blackie from Sunland Park in Sun Valley, California, 818, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? I just decided to do my YouTube page because, you know, I felt like I had something to tell, and I never even thought it would blow up, but it did. You know, it just started out of nowhere. I guess truth, you know, it is what it is.
The truth is the truth, homie. But I was gonna tell you too. I had a fucking badass intro I wanted to play. I loaded it up, but I couldn't get it. I'm trying to get it before the show's over, but. Like you said, taken from that Superman, I knew where you got it, and I had an intro I wanted to play, you know what I mean, to bring that in with Kneel To Zod, but I'm going to bring it in later, but I just wanted to tell you that. But also, man, he spoke briefly, you're from Sunland Park, Sun Valley. Tell the people, you know, that's listening where that's at. You know, I know that's in the valley, the AV and all that, but let them know about your area and where you're from, homie.
Yeah, you know, pretty much I grew up in between Pacoima San Fernando and Sun Valley. Sun Valley is a area in San Fernando Valley. You know, it's in the cut. Basically, it's just like, you know, what our claim to fame is basically, besides all the gang stuff, was just you know, the junkyard. You know, that's what Sun Valley's known for. But outside all the, you know, what it used to be going down, it's kind of quiet now. But yeah, you know, the junkyard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's pretty much like the landmark.
Right, that's right. And you know, also, you know, what's unique about you, you know, I want to let the people know, the homie name is Blackie, you know what I mean? And you represent the 1-3 to the fullest, you know what I mean? But tell the people, you know, who may be listening or may not know or familiar with your page or confused about what's going on, tell them, you know, about your background and how you came about, you know, to come from where you're from, the neighborhood you're from, and for you to bang the Trece.
Yeah, it's kind of it's like this, you know. I always grew up in between the Damus and the homies. You know what I'm saying? And like my pops was one of those that, you know, he hung around Mexicanos, but he never got in. You know, and plus San Fernando didn't really have no black dudes from the hood. So when I lived in Pacoima, it was either I was gonna be from Pacoima Paru Bloods or something else. And when I moved to my none of my relatives wanted me in the hood. They just wouldn't let it go down. And then plus I was still influenced by the homies. So when I moved to Sun Valley, I probably wasn't even there half a year before, you know, my homeboy Blaze, rest in peace, told me, hey, once you get jumped in. I'm actually the second. There's only 2 black dudes that he asked to get in the hood, you know what I mean? And since, you know, we hung around and I respected my homeboy Blaze, that's pretty much what happened, you know. I ended up getting into the Sullins and, you know, from there on.
Right, exactly, homie. And you know, tell the people, you know, how that is. I mean, people, like, I know, like I said, I want to tell you, know, I kind of have a similar story. I moved from LA to San Gabriel Valley, you know what I mean, and it was kind of the same deal. Yeah, you know what I mean. Nothing but, you know, Mexicanos everywhere. You know what I'm saying? All my homeboys that I grew up with, my best friends, you know what I mean, are Mexican. You know, so kind of the same story. You know what I mean, and everything, but. It's not about me, it's about you. But tell us how that was coming up though later, because I know you've been, you know what I mean. It ain't like you just from your neighborhood and you never been you know, around the block, homie. I know you've been locked up a lot of times from the county to the pen, you know what I mean, and held your own and everything. So tell us, you know, briefly how that experience is growing up, being one of the only blacks from your neighborhood, and how that is having to deal with not deal with that, because in your own neighborhood is cool, but when you go to places like the county and the pen and all that type of stuff.
Yeah. See, in my hood, we actually there was 2 of us. It was the homie Kuka, and then they had the homie Stranger, but Stranger never got into the hood. He just rolled with us. He was out of Chi-Town, probably the most solid black dude I ran into. But like with me, it wasn't really nothing. Like growing up with, you know, when you grow up with Damus, everything is heads up. Everybody want to fight. It's always toe to toe. So I learned that from a young age in Pacoima. Like, you was either going to slang them or you wasn't. And since I was with the knuckle play, you know what I'm saying, it, for the most part, juvenile hall was easy. It just, you know, it's that pressure, either fall from it or, you know, and people, and, you know, juvenile hall is different than the pen. Juvenile hall is like, you know, I had homies from neighborhood 20 Bloods, and I had the other homie from Mass Swans. It was my dogs in juvenile hall most of the time, outside the other homies from 18 and stuff that I kicked it with, but juvenile hall was easy. The county was a little bit more pressure because, you know, you got the Rips, like, they stay with that activity and, like, really want to get it cracking all this, because they numbers is kind of close to us, you know, so, you know, for the most part, you know, outside of the knuckle play when I can get it, it was nothing, but, you know, riots is a little bit different, you know what I mean? And it's, I say it because, you know, you got homies from both sides. Like, I didn't have homies that's Crips and Blood, so you run into them in the county. It's like, you know, it's opposition basically, because they homies ain't fucking with you. So it's like, you know, you got to kind of give them they 2 feet. You know what I mean? Until, you know, you get that established. Right. And, you know, for the most part, it wasn't that bad. The pen was a lot different, but, you know.
Yeah, and even like you spoke on, you know, getting everything established. How was that part? Because not only do you have to get established and like you say with the black homies, but even Mexican homies that you don't know, you know what I mean, from different neighborhoods that see you and may not understand or may not believe it, you know what I mean, or whatever. Till how does that work?
I tell you like this. For the most part, it's like the homie's gonna take it like this: you innocent to proven guilty. So they're gonna give you that respect. Like some cats, they're from other areas, so they don't really know too much. I mean, now it's like black homies from like a lot of different areas.
Everywhere.
But there's some spots they ain't used to it. So it's kind of like, what's up with this dude? But once they know that you solid with yours, you good. I mean, they can't really trip on you anyway. But once they figure out that you solid, that you ain't one of those dudes that's gonna fold under pressure, that's when the respect is like, it's reinforced. They already got your back, but that really reinforces it when they know, like, hey, this dude gonna ride for it. You know what I'm saying? And straight up. And that's so that part is easy. You know what I mean? Getting people to see that you with the business is easy. It's all the other things that go into it that could be an obstacle.
Right. Like I'm sure it was politics. Like you said, maybe the juvenile is different. But once you get to the pen or even the county, you know what I mean? I'm sure, like you said, the politics go into play, you know what I mean? And it becomes deeper, like you said. Go ahead.
Yeah, like with anything, you know what I'm saying? There's always going to be a certain divide. And as long as you abide by certain guidelines, it's cool. Like, there's things it's like I already knew before I hit the pen and before I even hit the county what time it was. I knew that there was going to be a certain distance. I had to stay from certain cats. And it's not like you can't talk to cats. It's just like, breaking bread in certain ways. Like in juvenile hall, like I can give you anything. You know what I'm saying? But when you hit the county and the pen, it's kind of like, the county's different. It's closed here, I can give you, but I really can't receive. And that's just, that's just the way things did. It's to avoid, issues. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for the most part, that it's simple just to know what you're supposed to do.
Right, exactly. And what was I gonna say? Oh, we got some callers as well. I'm gonna go to the phone line shortly. A lot of people probably want to holler at you and check in and everything, but I want to shout out to all the listeners and callers listening to us tonight. Once again, we got my homeboy Kneel To Zod from Sun Valley. A Black Sureno, you know what I mean? So this is a show I want to just open up the conversation and dialogue and kind of feed off of what you do on your show. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, that's the reason I got in touch with you from your YouTube channel. It's real dope. You know what I mean? You have a lot of good posts, and like you said, it just blew up real quick. Did you expect? I want to ask you, did you expect, like, were you surprised when the page like blew up? Because I see just like it just, and I can understand it's probably just people just gravitating, and it's just truth. Because me, when I first tuned into the show immediately, you know what I mean, I liked it and started following you. So were you surprised by the quick, how your shit just blew up like that?
You know what? I was really surprised that it would even blow up. I just thought it was, somebody I'm gonna get on there and tell them how I felt to fight life, tell them who I was, But I didn't think nobody would really want to trip on me. I knew for most part, if it was, it's gonna be cats that probably, feel like they need that issue or whatever. But when I start to get 10 times more love than I got hate, it surprised me. You know what I'm saying? What it real surprised me is like when I got love from like Damus and Keyways, because for the most part it's like, it's usually activity no matter how many I know, you know what I'm saying?
Right. But I mean, I think it's a good time that we're in now. The internet is such a beautiful tool, you know what I mean, to just get out to the whole world. You can get outside your neighborhood, you can even get outside LA. I'm sure like now you got people from all over the country that relate with you and tune in and show you love, you know what I mean? So it's just like a beautiful thing to have the internet. And in the day of time we're in now where, like you said, cats are older, you know what I mean? I'm like same age as you. So it's like, you're not on there, tripping or talking bullshit. You're just speaking real shit, and people can relate to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's real.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Also, man, like, with your page, like when you like, what made you like? Did you, like you just said, you just started one day and wanted to kick some knowledge, but like, what made you want to go onto the page and just open up and keep it going and have fresh topics every day and everything? Like what drives you to do that?
I tell you like this. Like when I first got, a lot of people were surprised how far I bounced back. But when I got out, I never went back. I just came to the conclusion one day that I had already been doing too much time, and Mom's older, so I was like, I'm good. But as far as like topics, I just felt like I had something to say. And for the most part, you had, individuals that would come at me sideways, and I would feel like I had the response, which gave me more fire on my videos. But it's more therapeutic than anything. I'm one of those guys that's like, I'm cool when I'm in the crowd. Like I can function real well, but I'm the type that I'm good by myself. Like I'm good posted on the couch gaming and not really tripping on what goes on in the street. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to, and it just it just helped. I think it's like this, and it's a cut it clean. I think what this did was allow me to actually mentally see what was going on and try to slide back as much as possible, because I still was out there wanting that issue. Like I just, and then as I talked and I started noticing that I wanted to shift more towards the positive, and I noticed the crowd I was getting, and that's what propelled me to, that's what kept me going. So that I think that's what got me on these new topics. Right. And another question I had, bouncing back to the prison and jail thing. Like another thing, not only, that separates you or whatever already, the politics and all that, but how was it like going to the county or the prison or whatever, or even in juvenile when, being from where you're from, like Sun Park, like you said, it's not that big of a hood, so you're surrounded by a lot of different neighborhoods. How was that as well, like already separating the facts, the politics, but then dealing with that I'm sure you didn't have a lot of homies with you when you were locked up? Yeah, you know what? I think it's kind of like this. See, I've always been the one to that I've been able to bridge certain gaps with certain cats. Like I said, that's why the dude from Neighborhood 20s and the dude from Swamps is like my best homies in juvenile hall. That came with consequences, because I did have to fight a gang of dudes because I was fucking with them. But for the most part, as soon as I hit the county, as soon as I hit juvenile hall, you nervous, but some dude got at me and was like, look, youngster, this is how it is. You're going to have to just, these dudes are already going to YA. They're like, look,
right,
just handle your business. You know what I mean? And my relatives laced my boots. You know what I mean? Like they were with that head up. So it's like the fighting I had no problem with. The pressure of knowing that, that there was a certain divide, like, you could tell cats wanted to get at me, like, that was a little different. But like, I don't fold under pressure. I've been fighting since, elementary, so that part I had no problem with. But, you do get pressure when you got cats looking at you like you ain't shit, you know what I'm saying? But you just have to get around it.
Hey, and on the flip side, though, I'm sure even though you had a lot of cats that wanted to get at you or didn't understand, you know what I mean, were mad, but I'm sure you had a lot of homeboys, I'm sure, like Crips or Don moves that a lot of times wanted you to try to change sides or whatever like that. I'm sure because you a down dude, a big dude. Yeah. Tell us about that. I'm sure that happened a lot.
Hey, what's on some real shit? I remember it was at that time now his name is like Spook Dog or something from Outlaw 20s, but back then it was B-Flag, and he used to be like, man, he was always quiet, but he like, man, you should just go ahead and get into 20s. And I used to be like, man, I can never switch up. And then you had the homie Pookie from Swans. It's like, man, you should just get into 7-9. And that thought was like kind of there for a second because I grew up with it, but then I was like, hell nah. Like, it's no disrespect, but like I'm loyal to a fault. Like, I'm like the type, if I start with you, I end with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's just why I continue from my bottom, and that's it,
Right. And I'm sure down the line that got you respect. When cats seen that, and seen that, you wouldn't fold or change or whatever, they have to respect that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they did. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, I had other black homies come in and they would get caught sellout, not from my hood, but like from bigger hoods. And they would get caught sellout, and one dude in particular, I can't say his name, but dude was like, hey, man, these cats call me sellout. What should I do? I'm like, dude, just bomb. That's it. Until you bomb, you ain't going to get no respect, because that's a lot of cats I fought. We end up being real cool in the future, You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we had to get that,
Right.
That's just how it went.
Right. That's right. Hey, once again, we got a lot of new callers tuning in. We got my homeboy Kneel To Zod from Sun Valley, Sun Park, Black Sureno, you know what I mean, on the G-Lew Show Westside Wednesdays. We got a lot of callers. I'm gonna go to a couple callers, homie. First I got the homie holding on. I think this the homie right here. It's funny because I want to let you know I got a homeboy that joins me on the show a lot. We got introduced to another homeboy I have in the pen right now. He's been in like 30 years or 32 years. My homeboy Blink from V&G, but we got connected through him, and this is my homie JB Jerron, and I come to find out that he knows you. He grew up with you, I think, when you guys were kids. He said he hasn't spoken to you in years, but I think that was like crazy how that happened, man. So I'm gonna bring him in first. I know he's been holding on. No, he's not from Van Ness, but this is the homie JB.
Hey, what's up, G-Lew?
What's up with it, homie? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing well, man. Just kicking back, listening. Want to make sure I tuned in on time. I was meditating. I told you I'd be meditating, man. I was doing my little meditation
yoga
thing. Yeah,
you doing your yoga,
get into that.
That's right.
Yeah,
it's the homie Jerron Pricknack.
Yes, Jerron.
Hey,
what?
Yeah.
What?
Hey, what's going on with it, man?
What up, Jerron?
How you doing, man? Hey, I ain't heard from you in a long time. How your mom doing, man?
Man, she's straight, man. What's up with you?
Oh, man, that's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. Man, I'm just out here doing this legal stuff. Taking care of a lot of this legal business with evictions and things dealing with foreclosures and contracts and stuff, man. But outside of that, man, I be doing a lot of things here now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean to cut you off. I wanted to ask. I mean, I know you guys haven't. You said you haven't spoken to him in years, a long time. But did you guys ever? I know you guys grew up together when you were younger. But did you ever cross paths? Because JB, you've been to the pen too, and Zod has been to the pen. Did you guys ever cross paths there, or was just years ago?
The last.
Nah, man.
Go ahead.
L.A. County Jail. The L.A. County Jail was like, and it was briefly because I don't know if he remembered, but it was just passing through the halls, and he looked at me like what are you doing in here? And that was. Go ahead.
Remember the last time I seen you though was in Wayside. We were going to visit. Yeah. I was like, man. Hey, it's like this. The reason why I looked at the homie like, man, what are you doing here? Because dude had skills in football. Dude was doing this college thing. He was just on a whole different path than my dumb ass. You know what I'm saying? But
right,
dude has
crazy.
talent. You know what I mean? He's doing it.
Right. That's crazy, right there, man. I just thought that was crazy how that happened. Like I said, I've been connecting with Jerron for a minute now. He's always on my show, you know what I mean, and it was just a coincidence, you know what I mean. It was just, I thought that was crazy how you guys, grew up together or whatever when you were younger, man, and able to connect on the show, man. That's beautiful, homie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
I know you supposed to do something in the Sullins, right?
What's that?
You supposed to be doing something in the Sullins, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about getting a video together with one of my songs, and then I just said, you know what, man, I ain't got the time for that because that stuff takes funding, time, and every day I'm working on somebody's legal case, man. So I just put that to the side. I put that to the side, and then I mean, if it wasn't gonna be that, I mean, I was talking to a couple of the homeboys about doing some kind of reunion. And, but shit, I ain't been in the Sullins since. I mean, I visit. I don't know what new gangs develop in there or not. So I don't know how that work out.
It's quiet. I mean, for the most part, you got little cats that be in their house, but they, it's pretty quiet. There's still homies that stay there, but it's not like it was when we were all running around playing with cap guns and all that. You know what I'm saying? The karate tournament.
Right. Right.
Hey, Jerron. I want to ask you, were you ever, or was that later? I don't know when Zod got in the hood, but were you ever considering being from there too, or are you on a different path?
Nah, I was on a different. You got to think, man. We was like very young, man. Like gang banging and all that stuff started young.
Came later. Yeah.
In the summer part, I was in the summer. My family, my pops, they started in, the San Fernando Gardens, which is now known as the Pacoima Flats, the project. And my mom and them lived out there too. All my family is from that area, and we migrated to the Sunlands very young. And I was there. When I got there, the apartments was pretty cool. It was like a place where you wanted to try to move into. And then I remember the homeboy, rest in peace, Lenny, Dog, and then Ron Dog. They, that was the gang up in there. But my parents, and also, blacks, Blackie parents. I'll tell you about that a little later. But we used to all hang together, man. I know his mom, his sisters, man. His mom treated me like a son every time I used to be up there, man. And she's a real person, like a real mom, cool. And so back then everybody was just kids playing with each other, and since it was like saturated with blood, that became a part of a lot of our vocabulary. That was even a part of my vocabulary. But my mom would check my ass real, especially my dad, because my dad was real. He was in those streets. Especially my pop, but he, a lot of his older cousins was from OVG, and then I got a cousin from Hoover that's doing time right now, known as Little Devil, So it's, the thing is that, my mom she was very strict, and, sports was like instilled into me and my brother and my sister. Like, I got a picture where we all at Pacoima Youth Athletic Foundation across the street from the dam winning the championship. It is mainly all family in there, And, I'm trying to speed it up even because I know that I ain't taking none of the show.
No, you good.
But, that's what we grew up doing. My grandfather, Leroy Faulkner, that was his baseball park. There's a rock that's still there with his plaque on it, And he brought my dad up to that, but my dad, he stopped and went to the Army, came out, and, he was in the streets. But he knew everybody. So everybody knew my pops, everybody knew each other. And they knew I just wasn't going to be involved in it. I was that kid that was doing martial arts a lot. At times, it was me. Even Blackie, man, he was doing we was all doing martial arts as kids, man. We would sneak in abandoned buildings and just practice, and sometimes we get mad because somebody kicked somebody on accident, but it was just all kid shit. And damn, before I knew it, everybody just started banging, man, except for a couple of cats. Then you had the 2Ps. It was, that just grew, but what really grew was another gang called Trusno. Trusno, bitch, that was a gang. And then Southern Park Locos, that's a gang that's been in there, all the older cats. And then, that's where Blackie was. He was banging that, shit. I was still doing the arts with my homeboy Dwight. We were still doing martial arts, and I would go to North Hollywood, and I started to get into the classes, and I'd come home late at night, and I had to choose between martial arts or football my 9th grade year, and I was like, man, fuck it, I'm about to do football because that's what I grew up in. I was playing receiver, and my brother, he ended up getting drafted. He got drafted in '96 to the Atlanta Braves. So, it's a big news article on that. That's the route that we was going. And, shit, man, I say like when I hit 17, I dropped out of Cleveland with the Poly High, and I was pitching, and when I felt like, well, fuck, the coaches ain't looking at me. And my before I got the name Black, my cousin gave me the name Black, and I didn't even like the shit because he's like, he the darkest in the family. Until I heard one of these, I heard a female yell Black. When she yelled Black, She was like, who was Jay Black? And I liked the way it sounded out of her mouth, man. And everything else became like enticing. So I went to Cleveland. Cleveland had this clique called 1OP. My brother and them started. It was just basically a bunch of basketball players, and you know, everybody was into being pimping and whatever. So I walked on. I didn't get jumped on. That's what they was doing. I was willing to get jumped on because everybody knew that that's what I was with. But they just let me with a homeboy Don and all that, and they just walked me on. And then I started banging it. I started banging it like it was a like it was a hood. It was just what I would wear all kind of red stuff, the red 1OP sweater and all that. And I knew that at that time I didn't give a fuck about sports no more, and I just started getting involved in shit. Started just doing multiple robberies, even when I didn't have to do the robberies, because my family, my brother, you know, he had got that, he got drafted, and he had that.
Right.
But I wasn't even giving a shit about that life no more. My head was completely hard-headed, man. And shit, before I know, I got caught up. I had an APB out for me. I had multiple robberies, and that's how I ended up where I ended up at.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, homie, how the fuck did you want? You know, because it sounds like your background was so different, homie. So I was gonna ask you because I never did, even though we chop it up a lot. But I know you did a stretch. I was gonna ask you how did you end up in prison? But I guess the robberies then, huh?
Yeah, it was some multiple robberies, man.
Wow.
Multiple robberies.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I ran across Blackie again, man, at that Disney room, as he said, and that was it, man. You know, that's the last time I saw him, man. We was 18. I was 18. From there, I went.
Right.
You know, I went to Cinderella. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just remember the time I had seen you right before you had got busted. I thought that, you know, I kind of contributed to that with you know. Yeah.
Right.
I was like,
right. That's when you. Yeah, that's when y'all moved. Man, yeah. I used to go over to your spot and hang with your sisters and I forgot that one cat name, man. Yeah, D-Cap. D-Cap used to be over there. And but you was back. I think you was in and out of YA at that time. Sometimes you would be gone. Like I think you was in and out. And I saw you that
just got out of camp or something.
Yeah, I saw you that one last time, man. I had well, you know, I don't want to. We had did a little business.
Yeah, I was hoping you didn't get busted with that. You know what I mean? I was like,
oh no, I didn't. Actually, that right there, because I ended up having two of them, right? And that one right there, I didn't have that one on me. It was another one I had on me, and that was one of my cousins, but it was a clean one, because I was like, man, I hope I didn't, you know, I was damn sure I wasn't trying to get caught with that one. But
thank God.
Yeah, I know.
When my mama told me, I was like, ooh. I felt guilty. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
But that's good, man, that, you know.
Well, you know, hey, man, shit, it's good to see that you know, free and staying free, man. That's the object, you know, regardless of whatever it is, you know, that you go through. You just the goal is to stay free, you know.
Man, you know.
Right. I want to ask you, Zod. You know, I know you've been to prison. You know, many times. I don't know how many times. I know you've been a few times though. But what was the turning point, homie? When I guess the last time when you came home and you know had a different attitude, because it's all about attitude as well. You know, knowing that what you want to do and committing to that. You know, so what was the turning point or whatever when you the last time you came out and you know what I mean? You made a positive change.
It just, you know, real talk, I just got tired of fighting life. That's like the third or fourth time I fought life since 97. And I noticed, see, I'm the type, you know, when mom would get sick, I panic for anything. Like, I would just panic. So I seen homies lose their family members, and I just didn't want to be that cat to be in prison and something bad every time. Because I know I'm her only boy, so she's stressed off of everything. So that's one of the reasons. Plus, my son was getting older. I wanted to be there for, you know, I wanted to be there for them. Unfortunately, we estranged right now. You know what I'm saying? My daughter's in college. But, you know, it's just, you know, when you deal with certain baby's mom, you know, it just gets like that. But Yeah, that was I just wanted to succeed. I just didn't want to be like one of those fools, 50, 60 years old, still bumming and going to prison, and already seen that it was a shift in prison. I didn't want to be there for that shift. It was just weird. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's my motivation.
Wow.
And plus, I
That's
had
what's
a solid foundation.
Right. How was it though? Also, you know what I mean. Well, I'm sure you're older now, so it's different. But adjusting, like coming home or being back around your homeboys and not, you know what I mean, not falling back or getting caught up in the streets again, or want to go make some money or just get caught up. Just being in the neighborhood can get you caught up. You know what I mean. So how were you able to get away from that?
I won't even lie. When I first got out, like a couple of times I had slid to the hood. You know what I mean? But it's like one of my homeboy Chico. He got out and he went to the hood and he noticed it just wasn't the same. They had kicked at one time. That's why I tell you there wasn't really no racial divide in the Summons, because everybody got along. In fact, it's a blood that pretty much named my hood. You know what I'm saying? It was something entirely different. But yeah, that's basically what, you know, why I did what I did. But going to when you go and none of the cats that you used to hang with are there, you know, everybody got a different stilo. Everybody, you know, for most part, cats is making money. They had jobs and family, even though they were young. So it's kind of like, you know, you had to
right.
At some point you can't say something that's dying. It's just like you just gotta let it go the way it go, you know. And it just that's
right.
how I was like, man, I'm good.
Right. And another thing, like I'm sure, like you came up like when I did, you know what I mean. What do you think about like now? I'm sure that makes you, you know, look at things different as well. How like the newer generation is, you know what I mean. Not only like from banging, but how they act, how they dress, how it's totally different from what it was, you know, back in the day when we were growing up to what it is now. How gangbanging is just like commercial almost now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. And I tell you, like, for the most part, it's like I say, you know, with time, everything changes. You had cats in the 70s that banged a certain way, cats in the 80s that banged a certain way. I came into the 80s, into the 90s, and there was a shift with, you know, with the murder rate and everything else. But it's just now it's like you got cats that still do their thing, but it's too many other elements amongst that. You can't really trust nobody half the time. Dudes working for the cops, and you know, it's different. It's you got, like I said, you got a chosen few that still represent, but then you got the watered down version, and them that want to get you caught up. So yeah, it's a lot different. That was like a major turn off. Like that's when I really turned around and was like, I'm done. Like it's just it ain't there no more. You got older cats still trying to do that because they don't want that way of, you know, thinking to change, but it's already too late. Cats is drug addicts, and you know, though they may not be slamming their veins, it's like they popping pills, and these dudes' brains is going before they even 20. So it's like, you know, that's one of the things where it's just majorly different. Dudes don't see things the same. Same G code, that's out. You know, they don't want to listen to their older homies. Yeah, that's how it is.
Right, exactly. And we got some callers, man. I want to go to the phone line, check a couple people who may want to say what's up to you, homie. So let me go to the phone line right quick.
All right.
Caller 818, you're live with Kneel To Zod.
Hello, you there?
Yes, sir. What's up with it, homie?
Oh, what's good?
What's poppin'? Who is this?
This is Junebug, a.k.a. Junior Bricknack, Jerron brother, Harry friend, Harry partner.
What up, June?
Wow.
What's up with you, boy?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Wow.
Hey, dog, this is my first time ever tuning into a show. My brother be telling me, but usually I be hella busy. And then when he hit me and said you wasn't gonna be on it, I said, shit, but let me chop it up, and, you know what I'm saying? Let me hear what he got to say, man. And first of all, I want to say, man, I'm very proud of you, man, on some super real shit. I don't know if you can cuss on his radio show.
Yeah, you can say what you want to say, homie. Yeah.
You know, but honestly, dog, I'm hella proud of you and my brother. Like, honestly, I went to Berkeley, and all they talk about is the niggas that always go back. You feel me? And I got to a damn near argument with the professor and everybody else on some super real shit, and they never talk about the good story. You feel me? And
right.
for y'all niggas to be out for X amount of time and make parole and all the other kind of shit, I can do nothing but just tip my hat, man, on some super real shit. You feel me? So that was part of it. And nigga, and to tell you, your mama's still making that fried fish, nigga. I know you didn't have some.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I'm trying to get that red snapper right now.
Yeah, I know you didn't have some, nigga. I got some in the refrigerator right now. You feel me? Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Hey, G-Lew, man, I ain't
what's
never
up,
heard
homie?
of you, but my brother, man, you know what I'm saying? My brother told me about you a little bit, you know what I'm saying? A little tip of the iceberg,
Yeah.
man, and what you got is a really positive thing, man. I can appreciate that, too, you know what I'm saying, on everything.
Man, thank you, homie. Thank you, homie. This is the reason I do this show, you know, to have homies like Kneel to Zod on here, your homeboy, you know what I mean, Blackie, and your brother. Me and your brother been chopping it up for a minute. He's always on my show supporting, and we link with the homie Blink, you know, the homie Blink down doing like he's been doing 32, so you know it's a beautiful thing, homie. But thanks for checking in with us for the first time, homie.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. You know, it's like now you can like kind of put a voice with the name that you hear. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's my brother. So we've been chop suing this nigga since the first day he went.
Right.
You feel me? And
right.
From being in the league and dealing with all that shit, like, yeah, whatever, nigga. My brother about to get some time. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all.
Right, right. I mean, how was that for you to see your little brother go to the pen like that, man?
Well, you know what, man? Honestly, like when he started doing his thing, I already seen it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And I used to always tell a nigga all the time, hey, nigga, I don't want to get that call on everything.
Mm-hmm.
On everything.
Right.
And so when it was what it was like, fuck it. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to do that, I got to do this.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of very selfish, hurt. Every emotion that you can possibly think about, come on, 18, 19, you feel what I'm saying? So every possible emotion that you can think about, a little youngster is going to go through it. Even probably a young man, but more so a youngster. You feel what I'm saying? And
right.
It was like, fuck it. When the shit really hits the fan is when you finally see your mama cry.
Right.
I was like, damn, okay, we on. Fuck, okay, well, this is when family get together. Fuck everything else. Certain shit don't matter, you know what I'm saying? One Christmas go by, two Christmas go by. Shit plays its toll, but at the end of the day, you know, you got to put your pants up and still be a man and hold shit down like you're supposed to be down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know where we from.
Right.
Like, same place Black from, the same place J Black from. We all from there, born and raised in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? From the dirt to the mud. You know what I'm saying? The whole life. You know what I'm saying? That's just exactly what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, everybody, if you live in the Sunland Park, you was banging something. I don't care what your name was. If you was a girl, you was banging something. You know?
That's right.
That's what it was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. It's what, like 300, maybe 400 units? All grass? Niggas out doing everything.
Right.
You know, but like you find a way to persevere through that. So when you go through that shit, it's like, nigga, I can do whatever I want to do.
Right. Right.
Some niggas chose to bang, some niggas chose to do that, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, you know, but that don't mean you're not great at what you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I know your brother said he hadn't been in touch with Blackie. Have you been in touch, or you been able to see what he's been doing lately with his channel and everything?
Nah, man, you know what? Honestly, man, I don't even be paying nothing for attention. I do sports, the CNN channel, and kids and wife. You feel what I'm saying? On everything.
That's right.
So then,
That's right.
But honestly, I'm real connected to all of his sisters. Like I talk to them shit periodically. Like that shit don't change. We all from the same place. You feel what I'm saying? Talk to his mom period. I mean that's just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like families intertwined with families. And shit, that's where we from. I mean, that's just how it goes.
Right. That's right. That's right.
So, you know, but the hearing and the, you know what I'm saying, and look at his picture and thing, I was like, oh shit, hell yeah, I'm gonna pay attention. Why not tap in? You know what I'm saying? Why not tap in and, you know, hear what he's saying? He's talking very positive and everything else, man, and I'm with all for it, dog. You know what I'm saying? Everything sounds legit 100%. You know, and I'm just glad to be a part of it and tap in and be like, yeah, I know both of these niggas and they out of jail and they out of prison anyway. Guess what, nigga? They spin out. You feel me? On that kind
That's right. That's right. That's right. Hey, man, we appreciate that, homie. We appreciate that love, bro.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate it. Don't let this be the last time you check in with me, homie, because your brother, he's on here with me, man. We do a lot of good shit, so, yeah, don't let this be the last time, man.
Nah, man, I'm not, man. Long as he let me know, man, because I can check it and I can go like I did today. I just went straight to his little social media, pressed the button, and it just tapped me right in, and I was like, okay, perfect.
Right. That's right. Hey, man, we appreciate it again. I'm sure the homie Blackie, he appreciates it, man, hearing, from his homies, man, that he, from the sandbox, man. That's beautiful, homie. So, much love, bro.
Yeah, man, for sure. One love, man. One love.
One love, homie.
That's right, June.
All right, man.
All right.
All right. Hey, back to the homie Black. We got some more callers as well. If you want to speak, you could press 1. The phone lines are lit up, man. I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, 93.2 FM Ism. Shout out to Kev Mac Videos as well. And I want to give a shout out to some people tuning in that I can see. I want to give a special shout out to my girl Kenya Ware. What's up, baby? Shout out to also Aaliyah Delgado tuning in from the Bay. What's up, love? You know what I'm saying? I see you and everybody else tuning in. We got a lot of callers. I just want to show some love right quick. We got my homeboy Kneel To Zod up in here. Southern Park, and homie has an incredible story, as well. I want to plug again, if you're not knowing, go check out his YouTube page. It's Kneel To Zod 1. Is that it, or just Kneel To Zod?
Kneel To Zod 1.
Yeah, that's it, man. Check out the homie's page. I'm sure instantly you'll get hooked on it, man, because the homie speaks some real stuff, Let me go to the phone line. I got another caller checking in. Look like bro right there. Hello, caller.
Yeah. Test 1 2. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What up with it, CeeLo?
Man, what's going on? Hey, I'm going to say one thing real quick from the movie. Kneel before Zod.
Yeah.
Kneel To Zod.
Yeah. Kneel before Zod.
Was I?
Yeah.
This is the homie brother, man. CeeLo, I'm almost 50 years old, homie. And, we grew up in the 818, the OG 818, man, SGV, but started off in the 213 on off La Brea and Pico, man. But, I respect you for what you're doing, and thank you for, embracing my brother's show with your presence, man. But I had a couple serious questions to get to you. One, the first one I'm going to get to you on this, man. Look, okay, you are definitely the last of a dying breed, man. And the one thing I'm going to tell you real quick out the gate, man, is how can we increase the black and brown relations? You in there with them, and, back in, like I told you, homie, I'm almost 50. And we was down with the Mexicans, homie, from jump. We both shared the same kind of styles. And, it's like, in the mid-90s, early mid-90s, everything just got kind of twisted. And I don't know if you kind of felt like you had to join the side, which you was already on. But it's like, how do you relate, with everything that happened to then and to now? Like, because, brothers is trying to get back right and unite. And that's one thing, that we could never do that the Mexican people could do. So what do you think we could do to try and make that right?
You know what? I to be honest, I think it's something that just got to happen piece by piece. I mean,
right.
It's kind of like when I created my channel, there's a lot of cats that just wasn't feeling me because I think they kind of thought that I was just one of these youngsters and just ain't been through it. But after a while, seeing that I wasn't spitting venom, they started to come over to my side. But right now, if you see on my page, there's a lot of that taking place. You got some of the youngsters that's negative, and they just want to, say what they want to say to continue that division. But for the most part, you got a lot of cats, that is young, and some that are old that are pushing that positive message that is that black and brown love. And
right.
I think that's where it starts. A lot of cats, you get busted and you ain't schooling your younger homie, and it's like, and all, there's a lot of hurt between both sides. People got family members that then got killed. I got a family member that died, and I warned them to be off the street because, it was that type of drama. But, he's older than me, so he got out there and he got killed. So I think once people can get past that, it's like basically if if Bloods and Crips can get a, can come to a point to where they're able to accept certain things as far as like they self, like not really tripping off the drama, you know what I'm saying? And then once they bridge that gap, then it's hands on the other side. It's like right now, a lot of cats, it's like when I go to watch, you got the homies that they function more with the Crips. It's just the way it is. If you, they ain't gonna never say it, but if you know, when homies talk to each other, you got some that feel the Crips more than anything, and then you got the other side that feel the, they feel the Bloods more than anything, and then some are just to their side because they don't have neither in their city. And I think that's how it starts. A lot of it was just, drama. You got cats in Compton that got black families, Mexican wives that got family from this hood and that hood. It's just, Pen's always going to be Pen, you know what I mean? But for the most part, anybody that knows Pen know that, it ain't always drama in there like that. It's just when little issues arrive, that's how, it got to go the way it goes. But it's just, go ahead.
I didn't push it on. Go ahead.
No, it's like when what's the name? YG, when he did that shit with
Sad Boy.
The one dude
Sad
from Santa Barbara, Sad Boy Loco.
Sad Boy.
Yeah. There was a lot of cats that was feeling that. That was like the first part, like, oh, what? What? So I think it's like that, you know what I mean? As long as like things like that continue, you got people that's always gonna hate on it, but for the most part, a lot of people can get past it. It's just who you deal with, and the ones that can deal with, they kind of, they go their way after a while when nobody hearing their voice. But I think that's a part of it. It's just that,
I think if it was a voice from the black side that could get with the camarades from that side and try to make something right on the black side, I know they would, because the homies, they basically run that LA, homie, right? We ain't gonna try to sugarcoat that. But it's like when you go to jail and prison, you got to do what you got to do to get down on your side, and we get that. But it's like when you get back on the street, it's like the blacks be like, well, damn, how can we get down with them and make shit right like how it used to be? Because you know what I'm saying, it used to be kind of cool, but now it's like I told you, like in the mid '90s, homie, it just switched up. And like I said, you the last of a dying breed, and we still try to be cool with the brown side. We want to be cool with the brown side, but we can't figure out how to do that, because it's like they don't want to let us in, homie. It's like, we feel like, if you don't know certain people from back in the day or, certain homies, then we ain't getting down. And, we don't want to be that M-word that sound like the yape. We want to be down. And that's what we try to do. But it's like the black folks, we don't know how to even try to get in to fit in. Because, it's a whole new world now, homie. And you know what I'm talking about. Can you speak on that?
I say like this, I've never been the voice for nobody, you know what I'm saying? So I can only say what I can say. But as far as like that, it's always going to be something, you know what I mean? You got a lot of youngsters that just wasn't brought up right. So that's all they see. They and you know what? For the most part, if you think about it, a lot of cats think that way until they hit the pen. Until when they want to push that same issue, they can't. It's like, what? And it's shut down. A lot of cats just gotta, it's bridging that gap as far as talking. It's people gotta be able to sit across the table from each other and talk, and maybe not in prison. Everything, what I'm saying, is the way it is, set up the way it is, and that's a gap that probably won't be able. But it's, when you deal with certain homies, it's always respect. The real ones know that it's just respect. If you ain't busting a grape, there's no need to talk about it. And that's
right.
That's how it is.
Right.
And
hey,
trust me, like I was.
Please come
Yeah, because I was one of those cats that I used to get pressured and felt like I grew up with my relatives, so it's like I felt like I always had to push that line, and it started a lot of drama. But I had my older homies come and snatch me up a lot of times, like, hey, that shit ain't fly, like. You ain't got to prove yourself to nobody. When something crack handling your business, other than that, you need to slow down. And hearing that from my homies is like, oh, okay, that dude in the county acting all stupid and, camp babies and all that. Like I had to slow that down, and I think that's what it takes. It's just certain cats getting at certain cats, and it's just, you know what I mean, in order to pull a rein on. You're always going to have wild cats on all sides. There's always somebody looking for issue, and that's, you know, it's just certain cats will be able to get by. It's like you on a different page, I'm on a different page. We can actually sit down and talk. You know what I'm saying?
And I appreciate you speaking on that, man, because, you know, we just trying to figure it out, man, because, I mean, I'm going to tell you something, man. Like, you being down with the soil, you know, it's hard because it's like, why can't blacks be the same way? You know, it's like Cube told us back in 1992, all we care about is haircuts and tennis shoes. And we got to switch our shit up, man. You know what I'm saying? And for you, you know, to be down as long as you've been, all we can do is respect that, homie.
Right.
You know?
And hey, I was gonna piggyback on what CeeLo said, right? Another part of I think a bigger gap is when like say where you're at in the valley, and we were you're in by San Fernando Valley and Sun Valley. We were in San Gabriel Valley at a time, and I think the bigger gap is where you're at over there in the valley or East Los, where it's like more majority Mexicans and real less blacks, opposed to where you have other Mexican hoods that's in LA where they're around more blacks. So I think they interact a little differently, you know what I mean? And it's a bigger gap the more you go east. The more you go east toward the valley, and East Los is real less black, so they don't interact with each other. So I think that's a bigger part of it too. You know what I mean? Blackie.
Yeah, I mean, it's like this. Like I got homies from East LA, from all neighborhoods in East LA. And they all think, you know, a lot of people assume, you know what, they all got the same way of thinking, but that's not true. It's like my boy from Little Valley. This dude got family from Raymond Ave. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there used to be homies that used to be like, why you hang with this dude? He racist. And it wasn't the fact my homie was racist. It's just this dude through juvenile hall used to be going at it with the black P stones, like, and you know this East LA versus, you know, that's like, how did that happen? But you know, it's fighting. Yeah, it's just dudes fight and get head up, and then it's like from that. But he got family from Raymond. Some of his, you know, it's like it's just who you deal with. I got homies from V&E that you know they might sound like they, you know, black. You know what I mean? If you didn't know them, you would automatically assume if you were talking to them on the phone. But it's just how they embrace things, and other cats look at them like, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? It's little by little, it's a blend of everything. Like people, you know, they try to avoid it, but it's just, it happens. You know what I mean? It's like
I mean, and to piggyback off of that, what do you think in this day of time where it's different as well? What I was speaking on the new generation, you got Mexicans now with younger homies that talk black. You know what I mean? And say nigga this and type of shit like that. Man. Well, what do you think about that?
They say nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, the newer generation. So it's turned around where I'm sure the older homies look at them like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they wouldn't let them fly.
Yeah, it's like that right now. Like, it's crazy because I had just had a conversation with one of the homies. Like, he was like, you know, but that's just the way they are. It's like my homie from Gray Street. That's the way he grew up like that, and it's just, and he just don't care who like it. You know, got homies from South Central that talk like that. And it's not even, they don't even consider talking black. It's like I told the homie, you just, you know, there ain't no real ghettos in LA. You know, they slums, whatever.
That's what I was saying the difference. And that's what I was saying the difference, like what I spoke on a few minutes ago, the difference with Mexicans in LA opposed to like the Valley or East Los is that they're around more blacks. You know, in East Los and in the Valley is way less black, you know, in certain places. You know what I mean? Really less blacks interact. You know what I mean? So they don't even know each other enough to like each other, like you said, until you go to the pen or some shit, you know?
What's crazy is because there used to be hoods in the Valley that was blood, and you had some hoods that are homies now that used to claim crit. It's just, all it is like...
But it's spread out. Because, you know, we had Altadena block and then, what else, Raymond and Pasadena, but it was spread out. You know, you had the Bloods, the PL, but it was spread out, you know? Yeah, Duarte, the Do-Rock Crips, you know what I mean? So it's spread out, though.
And that's in San Fernando Valley. That's how it is. It's like, you know, San Fernando is San Fernando, always gonna be San. We're the only black family in the city of San Fernando. And my dad, all his homeboys were from Sunset. Even though, there was a hood in the valley called Clovers, Eastside Clovers,
Right.
just like East LA, but it's a different one. The ones from Valley they were called Eastside Clovers. My aunts and them were D Queens. You know what I mean? So it's like they grew up like that in San Fernando, the only black family right there. Anything that has ever happened, they've never been touched. You know what I'm saying? And they fought numerous dudes from San Fernando, but they've never been touched. But that's the type of respect. And my mom grew up in Pacoima, so it's like, opposite side of the tracks. But it just depends on where you grow up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Nobody has a choice on where they grow up, so that's the thing, too. That's, kind of fucked up when people, you know what I mean? You get put in a box, but you can't choose where you grow up. And where you grow up, you make friends. Like I said, all of my best friends were like Mexican, and then, we grow up and, I move, so you get different surroundings and everything, but those are still my homies, you know what I mean? So it's like nobody has a choice where they grow up and live when they're a kid,
I got a question for both of them. For Zod and for JB. When's the last time a youngster ran up on you and might have been straight Latino and tried to flip because you was black and was like, well, tell me your fucking story then, homie, how you get out?
Oh, have I had homies run up on me?
Yeah, like he was like, hey, boy, you look black and what the fuck, homie, you ain't Rasta. Or how you gonna try and claim Rasta? And how did you handle that situation? How did you check them?
Just bomb. Like this how it was. That's how I've been taught. Like my boots have been laid since a young age. Like I said, I grew up in Pacoima, and most of my families is Bloods, and the other ones is Crips. My brothers are Crips, sisters are Crips. Like, you know what I mean? And just like, so my boots already laced on the head up, so I never had no problem like getting it that way. But I've had cats run up on me and just really, get disrespectful. And they hear the way I'm talking, they're like, it confuses them.
Right.
But, we handle our business. You know what I mean? It's just like, all that wolfing, like I've never been with that wolfing back and forth. It's just like if we got issues, like I've had cats tell me, you ain't a Southsider, but I end it right there. Like
speak on that, homie. Speak on it, homie.
Yeah, that right there, when a cat tell me that, that's like I lose all respect for him. So he, in my mind, forfeit his life. Like that's if you really want to get next to me, say that. Like I seen one dude say it in my comments, and I immediately flipped in my head, like, because a cat can't tell me what I am, especially knowing where I've been and what I've did. Like, it's just like, you know what I mean? So, but as an adult, I'm constantly like changing that. But I've been tested like that on the street. I've had cats play around like that, and they end up getting shot. But it's just the way it is. You know what I mean? It's like you're always gonna have that. I got homies that don't like me, not from my hood, but I got cats that don't like me. But it's just when it come with that knuckle play, it's like, what else is gonna do? Either I'm gonna knock you out, or you know what I'm saying, or you gonna get me. And it's so far it's just been me winning. You know what I'm saying? So
that's right. Zach, can you speak on that as well?
What happened?
Yeah. Are you talking about the? Say the question one more time.
If you look black, and you are black, and you down with the Raza, how do you check?
But he ain't from
that?
there. He ain't from there though. That's just his homie. They grew up together.
Okay, my bad.
It's all good. But I can answer that. I can answer that from the flip side though. I don't mind answering that from the flip side.
Go ahead.
It's the way as far as now, and as a 39-year-old man, the way I position myself out here, I don't dress the way I used to dress. I don't wear colors like that. I'm mainly in slacks. I'm mainly in slacks and dress shoes, and I got some glasses, or I got my contacts on. So with me, as far as one thing that my homeboy Blink did mention is this anger problem been with me since a kid. But over the years, I've learned. That's why I meditate. Serious shit.
That's right. Keep calm.
That's why I meditate. But I'm gonna just bring up a live example. 2 years ago, I was in the casino.
Right.
I was in the casino with my mom. We was at the Morongo, just gambling and having a good time.
I know about the Morongo.
Yeah, I just hit for like $1,200, and my mom was like, go get the ticket, because it looked like it said 24. She was trying to hold the seat because the machine was hot. And I said, all right, I'm gonna go stand in line for the ticket. And she didn't want me to gamble, so I'm standing in line, and while I'm standing there, this one person, he acted like he was gonna cut in front of me, and I had a flashback from prison from the last person that did that, and I didn't want to address the situation the same way.
Right.
However, I couldn't let it go because it felt like I knew that he knew what he was doing. He was intentionally trying. The way I looked at it, a lack for a better choice of words, he was trying to gangster my position in line. That's
what you gonna do? Yeah, what you gonna do?
Right, and he was tatted up, and he looked back at me, and then when the person left the machine, he stepped up like he was gonna step up to the machine, and I put my arm out and said, "Nah, man, I'm next." And he looked at me, this guy with glasses on and some slacks and a jacket, and he said, "Nah, man, I'm fucking next."
Oh, damn.
And then, when he did that, I didn't react as quick as I used to. I just couldn't believe that this was happening. And every nerve in my body was compelling me to just take off. But I was trying to control myself. And then we walked up to the machine again. I pushed him. I said, "Nah," I was just with one arm. I said, "Nah, man, I'm next." And then he started reaching in his pocket. Whenever somebody reaches in their pockets, I feel threatened. I don't know if he got a knife or a gun. Always like their hand. So I immediately took my jacket off, and I kicked him in the chest, and he rolled underneath the table. And that's how that shit went. And he got back up. And I'm telling you some real shit. He got back. He wasn't expecting that. He got back up, and I dropped him again. And then I was in handcuffs. My mom was with her son at. So as far as violence, I was taught. I wasn't always just a violent cat. I just had a lot of anger in me. I would do a lot of, shit. I loved martial arts. And I couldn't count the amount of times that I fought. But prison, especially being on that level 4 yard of Centinela with the homeboy Big Money, rest in peace. His name is Kenny Thomas. His name rings bells in that situation. And Big Money had told me when I hit that yard, because he knew my family. And he said, "Homeboy, check it out. We ain't doing no fighting on this yard. You get into it, you putting hoes in. That's it." And I was in the cell with the other homeboy named T-Bone from OVGC. And I didn't last on that yard long because I got into it again because of the cat that cut in front of me. And I ended up doing whole time for that. I didn't fight him. I banged his head with a typewriter stand back there, and I caught a shoe turn. And from there, that's where I went to Tehachapi, and I met Blink. And Blink was the one that used to basically try to preach to me a lot because he seen me with a lot of anger. Right. And a lot of shit started to turn around for me, man, when I did that year. And actually going through a lot of shit. So now it's like, if you run up on me, man, I basically had to invite it. I don't really have those kind of problems, but if you run up on me, man, it's probably because, you got some mental issues, because I ain't doing shit. You gotta have a mental issue.
I ain't even mad, man, bro.
You gotta have a mental issue if you run up on me, and you better run up on me good. You better be laced. I ain't the average pocket, and I ain't talking about that, but when it come to that, you better be laced. So that's how I'm in that.
We appreciate the story, but that's on the real shit I heard in a minute, homie. For real.
Yeah. That's some real shit. Hey, you said what?
Is Don still with us?
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, man. We just checking on you, man. So, in a nutshell, in 2018, the year in and out, what you think we can do to try and just get these youngsters' head right on trying to gangbang and just give it up, and just see the bigger picture?
And I tell you, like this, that's always going to be an uphill battle because you always got cats that they want their homies to be out there doing whatever. You know, usually it's the ones that, you know, they ain't got nothing going for themselves anyway. But you can't save everybody. That's the one thing I learned. You know what I mean? That's how, like, when I got out and I was like trying to keep my head, you know, my hood afloat because it was dying out. But I had to learn that I can't do it. You know what I mean? It's like if it's gonna die, it's gonna die. For the most part, it's still there, but it's not there. You know what I'm saying? But you just gotta reach out for the ones that you know is gonna respond to it. Like I got dudes that come in my you know, in my messenger, and I got cats that write in the thing like, yeah, you know, I listen to you, Zod, and I'm trying to find a better way to do it. You had cats offer dudes jobs and everything. Like, that's my goal hitting 2019 is to create a lane, and whoever want to jump in that lane, they going to jump in that lane. Like, you can get the bag either way, whether it's music, whether it's somebody offering a job, any little thing like that, I'm good with it. And I know my platform eventually will open up opportunities for everybody. Like, I don't discriminate on who I get the bag with. As long as it's positive, we all good. I got a dude in Africa right now. He a homie. But he got you know, they deported him to Africa when he got out, and he was with the business. He got a podcast out there. The dude is from Africa. I think he's in Kenya or something. So you see what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of us, but the only difference is I'm just the most vocal. And I'm trying to bridge these gaps. I may not be able to do it for everybody, but I can tell you there's a lot of cats right now don't got no problem collabing with nobody. It's
That's
about
right,
money.
man.
2019 is money.
That's right. See, and the problem too is, like, back in the day, like, they don't understand, like in the 80s and 90s, we didn't have no choice on that shit, man. It's like wherever you lived at, you was gonna have to get out. If you lived there, you was affiliated. And like you said, if you ain't get jumped in, you was gonna be down with whatever hood you lived in. But the kids today, they got more fun, but they want to gravitate back towards that shit, you know, and that's kind of an issue too, you know. Y'all want to speak on that?
That's a learned thing though. It's like if you hanging out with a certain cat and you see him doing a certain thing, you gonna follow suit, or maybe, you know, somebody. It's like people have a problem letting certain things go. It's like if you kill somebody's homie, they can't get you. They got to go kill somebody else. A lot of that stuff is like hoods. There's always hoods.
Right.
In Long Beach, it was about hoods. You know, it got racist later, but it was about hoods, and that's people got to learn to get past that. Once they can get past that, you can. Man, Compton. They used to, you know, Compton back in the days, everybody was with everybody. It wasn't that divide like that. But certain things start happening. That's the way it went. But I think slowly. You know, prison always gonna be prison, but as far as like the streets, you notice it ain't really no drama. That's why when I said that with BG Knockout in them, I was upset. I got triggered because and it wasn't even about who ran Los Angeles. It's a simple fact. I'm like, man, these cats don't understand when wars kick off, people get murdered.
For real,
you know what I'm saying? And they ain't gonna be out there.
Yeah. I wanted to speak on it. Do you have any more questions, CeeLo?
Go ahead, bro. Man, I'm good. I'm trying to think of something else. I might have a couple more, but go ahead, take it over, bro.
Okay. No. I was gonna ask. We're gonna speak on that as well. That what he was speaking on the people. If you're not knowing, the BG Knockout and Drace, the thing that was on Vlad TV, and you know, we always know. I'm sure people hip to internet and all that view Vlad's interviews. You know, I know it's a big. First of all, it's a very big platform. Vlad probably has the biggest platform on the internet for, you know, interviews, and he interviews from artists to actors to everybody, you know what I'm saying? But he started with hip hop, and sorry, we got some feedback back there. But the main thing he's been on now for the past months is like interviewing like gang members and getting involved in different issues that usually don't need to be spoke about on the internet. But Vlad has a way, like the homie said, culture vulture, which pretty much what it is, because Vlad uses his platform to, you know, almost be like detectives and shit and solve, like the Tupac thing. He's been on that for a long time. You already got the same story, but you keep pushing it. You know what I mean? So we want to speak on the Vlad thing, on the Vlad thing, Zod. You know how because you spoke on BG Knockout them, and it wasn't really about them, but it's about how they got baited in by Vlad and how he does that. But how people should know better not to get caught up like that.
People don't understand that Vlad don't give two fucks about nobody but lacing his pockets. People came on my channel and was like, Vlad would never do that. blah. It's on them. Yeah, it's on them to respond to it. But this dude will do a question, and if you don't answer it, he'll continue to go back to that question until you either answer it or tell him go fuck yourself. See, like you had cats on there that avoid this question, and then like that one dude Pee Wee or whatever, he avoided this question.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What is it, Trex? Trex got up and walked out because he wasn't trying to hear none of that. But you got these cats, they get in front of these cameras and they allow this dude to debate them. And the reason I got triggered off of this because when I'm already 40, you know what I'm saying? You got cats that's older that they've seen it. And we know exactly what happens when war starts in Los Angeles. They get bloody. And it ain't like nobody's harder than the next. It's just everybody trying to knock each other down. And when you got frustration, it's easy to catch somebody and then random cats start getting caught up in getting caught up. You got, and it's less about gang and more about race. And that ain't good because, you got regular people in the street getting smoked. And it's like, man, they didn't even have nothing to do with it. But that's why I got so triggered that they let them bait. And then I seen that little post that they had on dude with the sex offense. I heard it got taken down.
Yeah.
It got taken down. I was like, and I didn't put it on my channel because I didn't know if it was real or not. But I was just like, man, like looking at the charges, I was like, ooh, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I got triggered.
And another question, piggybacking on that. I mean, being that now that the internet is such a big success, like you'll have cats like the homies right there who did an interview, cats who may not be in the spotlight anymore, and Vlad has a big platform, so that gives them a lot of views, a lot of new people able to pick up on them. That's why a lot of people are so eager to go on there. Like you've had the homie Trade E, but Trade E kept it pretty G. You know what I'm saying? But being what my question was being that the internet is such a success now, and everybody's online. That's how people get famous. Even like you have your channel. How do you separate even the topics you speak on, or what you go into, or the amount of things you say, or how not to get baited, even being on your channel? Because the internet is just what it is these days.
It's real talk. It's just because my boots have been laced. Like I said, I got family members that's been doing it. I just got an uncle that got out after doing 36 years for life. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like my boots have already been laced. I know sometimes when you get in front of the camera, you feel like you may forget yourself. See, but I'm always constantly reminding myself what I want to do and where I don't want to go to. It's just like I did some stuff about the dude from Street Games. You know what I'm saying? We had our discussion. Yeah. It was kind of heated. And I forgot myself and really wanted to get down with dude, you know what I mean? But I had to backtrack on something, and not even backtrack. It's just the way I phrased it came off wrong. So, you know what I'm saying?
So you did an interview with Alex, or you just had a discussion? You did an interview with him?
Oh, we
Street Gang?
We had a phone call. It's been like boiling for a second, but we had a phone call and had to get something straight. You know what I mean? And do some type of way. And me, I ain't with that argument. So, but we got it straight. It was just a misunderstanding on a few comments. He thought I was following suit on some troll, and But that's
but
I do it.
You know what's crazy? I don't mean to cut you off, but what's crazy? He got at me as well. You know what I mean? Alex is a because he did my show. You know what I mean? Probably a couple years ago. You know what I mean? And Street Game's been doing this thing for a long time. No disrespect to Alex, but he got at me as well because I fuck with the homie Kev Mack. That's my boy and my sponsor, with his show, Kev Mack Videos. And sometimes, he has his live. So, sometimes I think, I interacted a couple of times with him and they were speaking on some things with Alex. And I made a comment a thing or two, but, I know I never said anything crazy. But he got at me, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy to say that because, he still had my number and everything. And he got at me a couple months ago and just asked me, like, same kind of shit about Kev Mack and did I say something in a comment? I don't follow. He's like, I don't follow him and I don't do anything, but I just heard that. I'm like, damn, that's crazy, but and then he just, went off and was talking a whole bunch of other stuff, but that's the homie, no disrespect to Alex, but that's crazy that you said that because he got at me the same way and we had words, but it got straightened out, you know what I'm saying? But Alex is an interesting cat, you know what I mean? But respect to Alex because he's the first one to do it, and put the Street Games. He's been doing it for years. Much respect to the homie Alex, but I just wanted to share that because that was crazy. You said that,
Yeah.
So are you gonna do something with Alex? Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. Hopefully, we might get something. Depends, you know what I'm saying? But I get triggered easy. I still got that problem, so it's like after a while I wasn't trying to hear nothing. But when I was able to catch myself and calm down, it's like I told you, like, hey, if you took something wrong, you should, I already had a video coming out explaining exactly why I said such and such, why I wasn't doing your show, whatever. But when you come at me sideways, like, of course I'm going to respond because I still got that mentality. But we got it straight, do this, he's cool. He's been dealing with multiple homies in other gangs for like years. I still watch his channel, you know what I mean? It was just a misunderstanding, but yeah, do this straight.
But I feel the same way. It's like other people, like my homie Kev Mack, he has a channel that he does, and him and Alex were cool too. And I got another homie Malik, and all of these people go way back, you know what I mean? But for some reason, I don't know, what the issue was, but they got problems with Alex, and they don't get along, they don't like him. A lot of people feel, I don't want to put the culture vulture like Vlad, because Alex definitely ain't that, because he's been doing this, and but he didn't come from this. He went to USC, and he was a different dude. So a lot of people have a problem with, not with his interviews. The interviews are good, but how he does other things and conducts himself, and a lot of people have problems with that. So I'm sure that may be where your problems came too. Like I said, I don't want to put him with Vlad, but some people kind of feel different ways about him. You know what I mean? Or how he carries not the channel, but certain other things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, and it's like I said, like when I be calling dudes culture vultures, it's for the dudes that ain't never did it, trying to gain fame off of it and ain't helping. The only thing, like with him, that I noticed in certain cases, he does try to help. But I couldn't even get mad after a while, because I was like, you know what? The cats that should be doing it don't do it. You know what I'm saying? The ones that really got a voice, it's like a cat told me, what do you think you're doing? I told him, man, do you think I could say anything to a young homie to try to deter him from doing certain things if I wasn't affiliated, if I wasn't, if I hadn't banged and did all this time, I would have been looked at like a dummy, like, man, shut your clown ass up. But the simple fact that I've been there and done that, and fools that know me from the streets, see, I may not be out there banging, but I'm going to still push with that confidence, you know what I mean? Because it's just the way I was raised. So I respect this dude's platform, you know what I mean? But at first I wasn't feeling him when I found out, certain things. But he's straight, and plus he, it's SC on mine, so,
That's right. That's right.
This house, but, but
that's
I think,
right.
Like
hey,
Mac, I think this shit should blow up.
Yeah. It's doing good, though. It is slowly blowing up. But, like you said, Kev Mack, he gives a good perspective because he interviews OGs and people that were there from the beginning. You know what I mean? He rarely even interviews younger dudes. So that's the difference. And Kev Mack came from it. He's from a neighborhood. So, definitely people respect that more. So, like you said, I hope my homie, it is blowing up, though. I don't want to say that. It is blowing up. Kev's doing big things. Shout out to Kev Mack as well. Hey, check it out, Blackie. I want to go to a quick break right quick because I'm going to go pour me a drink, homie. And then when I come back, I want to ask you a couple questions about, because we didn't get into this, being from where you're from, your neighborhood. But I want you to break down the difference between just banging your neighborhood and banging the 1-3, you know what I'm saying, which has the South Side, which is a bigger thing than just your neighborhood and how that is. So I want to talk about that and more about the channel, when we come back. But I'm gonna go to a quick break, homie. So
okay.
We'll be right back. The G-Lew Show Westside Wednesdays. Kneel To Zod. I got my homeboy Jerron with us, CeeLo, and a lot of other callers. We'll be right back after this.
This is OG Turtle from Bonner Break City. You're listening to the G-Lew Show Westside Wednesdays on Blog Talk Radio. Jumbo my bricks.
Hey, where you from, fool? I paroled from the pen and got on my shit. Some bitches said I was ugly, now they on my dick. Gold Cuban links on me, rolling on my wrist. Smoke backwoods with a quete on my hip. I got haters now, must be doing something right. In the streets or on the mic, I ain't nothing nice. I'm on sauce and ass sachets, eating fish and rice. The game is to be sold, no Fisher Price. I'm a HOODSTAR. New socks, new drawers, new Glocks, new AR. Blue money, all new money, shit paid off. Full court pressure, treated like the playoff. Sometimes I don't speak no English. Vario Rolando 60 street shit. Sometimes I don't speak no English. Vario Rolando 60 street shit. I put that on the vadio. I'ma ride for the vadio. I'ma ride for the vadio. I put that on the vadio. I'ma ride for the vadio. I'ma ride for the vadio. I put that on the vadio. Ride for the vadio. Ride for the vadio. Ride for the vadio. I put that on the vadio. Ride for the vadio. Ride for the vadio. Ride for the vadio. I put that on the vadio.
I'ma ride till my last breath. I'ma ride till my last day. Put that on the barrio. I'ma ride for my barrio. Get it turned up like Cinco de Mayo on my barrio. I'm a straight up freak, jugador de verdad. Leave your girl around me on my barrio. Who your chick get plugs? That the one that you love? That the one you trust? On my barrio. I fuck with Bloods and Crips. I'm a SM motherfucker, so TRS click on my barrio. I fuck with homie J, cause he a real motherfucker. That homie straight. Blue rag, blue notes, and then 501s. A lot of Crips and assassins. Homie, where you from? Don't act dumb, motherfucker, don't act dumb. Cause then it's dumb, thumb. Oh Lord, let them know que aquí vengo. 2-0 is a set that I rep though. T-click on my homies, stay sick. You should know what you up against. No one the fight you pick. I put that on the vadio. I'ma ride for the vadio. I'ma ride for the vadio. I put that on the vadio. I'ma ride for the vadio. I'ma ride for the vadio. I put that on the vadio. Ride for the vadio. Ride for the vadio. Ride for the vadio. I put that on the vadio. Ride for the vadio. Ride for the vadio. Ride for the vadio. I put that on the vadio.
Yeah, what's cracking, Battle Cat? Turn it up, homie. That's right. This Cali life is so true, homie. I think it's time we explain them. Evolution of a G. Yeah. You can catch a criminal leaning to the left like a palm tree. I'm from the land of lows and swap meets. We represent like harder than solid concrete. Homies on the corner slanging nosies a bomb weed. It's just that California lifestyle. You can catch a criminal miles from the coast like right now. I'm talking beaches, sunsets, and seagulls. Outside of that, it's Impalas and Regals. Classic track, take it back to the element of the kick and the clap. Lace with bass on the slap, not a clip in the strap. Cause today it's time to chill out. Call the ladies over, bring the grill out. No worry in the world, that's how I feel about my day today. Cause we gon' live it up. Blue cups filled with Hennessy, time to fill them up. West Coast so true, time to give it up. So give me riding for my truth, and I'm riding for the blue. Representing for my solid, only just a few. So true, that's how we do. Mr. Criminal rappers since the start, thought you knew. Big West Coast where the sun sets true. Lakers and Dodgers are talking lands of the blue. So true, that's how we do. West Coast rapping to the fullest, so true. Summertime West Coast, yeah, we keep it cracking like the homie Cat said. Cali is acting like Tupac was back. Bottles of that thug passion into Easy E and Nate Dogg up at Thugs Mansion. We gon' keep celebrating cause it ain't no fun. If the homies can't have it, you know how it begun. Props to the homie Snoop blowing kush out the roof of a candy painted coupe. Cali life so true. And I remember as a teen living life so blue. Always locked down, so now I have no time to lose. On the mic, spitting my life like I had something to prove. On a mission for my head to represent it for my truth. So true, I came from rags so blue. They never heard a nest spit like this from the zoo. So I'ma keep rapping, keep on spitting like an automatic weapon with perfection when I'm spitting from my head. It's so true. Riding for my truth, and I'm riding for the blue. Representing for my solid, only just a few. So true, that's how we do. Mr. Criminal rappers since the start, thought you knew. Big West Coast where the sun sets true. Lakers and Dodgers are talking lands of the blue. So true, that's how we do. West Coast rapping to the fullest, so true. I'm talking sunsets, palm trees, blue beaches, beautiful women, and some bomb-ass kush. Light it up fast. Big West Coast where the sun sets true. Lakers and Dodgers are talking lands of the blue. So true, that's how we do. West Coast rapping to the fullest, so this is dedicated to my truths. I'm talking on my day ones. Homies from that Lago de Farmers, homies that bang some. Either locked down or sent upstate or in the pine box. Rest in peace, stuck behind gates. This Cali life that has a hard fate. You could lose your life quicker than a diabetic's heart rate. Sad to say, this was our fate. You either boss, slang dope, or you're sick with them bars. Hey, didn't create it, but I'm speaking on it. They brought dope to the hood, had the homies straight tweaking on it. So true, and so sad. Some OD'd ended up in a body bag. I rep this life with all I had. So true, most of homies just take it, never give back. This life you learn as you live that. so true, one day it all burns like a zigzag. Riding for my truth, and I'm riding for the blue. Representing for my solid, only just a few. That's how we do. Mr. Criminal rapping since the start, thought you knew. Big West Coast where the sun sets true. Lakers and Dodgers are fucking lands of the blue. That's how we do. West Coast rapping to the fullest, so true. Riding for my truth, and I'm riding for the blue. Representing for my solid, only just a few. That's how we do. Mr. Criminal rapping since the start, thought you knew. Big West Coast where the sun sets true. Lakers and Dodgers are fucking lands of the blue. That's how we do. West Coast rapping to the fullest, so true.
Crackers wanna know how I live the Mac life, making money smoking mics like crackers wanna know how I live the Mac life, making money smoking mics like crack life.
This is the original Los Angeles beat spitter, Tweet Cadillac, baby, and you tuned in to the G-Lew Show Westside Wednesdays, OG Sunday. We rolling the pip line. Baby, Cadillac, baby. Yeah. Make sure to tune in every Wednesday night, 7 to 9 p.m. Put some pimpin' in your life. Yeah.
Niggas wanna know how I live the Mac life, making money smoking mics like crackers wanna know.
Hey, it's Westside Wednesdays, the G-Lew Show. My special guest, Kneel To Zod, a.k.a. Blackie. This show is sponsored by 93.3 FM, ISM every Thursday night. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night, Blog Talk Radio, and by Kev Mac Videos, man. Got my homeboy Kneel To Zod up in here with me, man. I want to thank you again, man, before we continue for just coming on to the show, man. I know we had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of people just showing love, though, you know what I mean? But I didn't want to take away from this exclusive interview because it's a lot I wanted to talk about, man. But I just want to thank you again, bro.
Hey, now thank you, man, for having me. Real talk.
Yeah. And quickly before I get back, because I want to talk about the show more, man. We want to blow this shit up. It's already blowing up, you know, but I want to add my 2 cents. But before that, man, quickly, tell the people, like, what's the difference between, you know, banging your neighborhood, but more so now, like what you represent, the 1-3, and the difference in that, you know what I mean, the bigger and the more weight that holds and everything for the people, you know.
So I'll tell you like this, as far as I can explain. When it comes to your volume, you know what I mean, your neighborhood, it's all about your neighborhood. For the most part, you can be as reckless as hell, you know what I mean? It's really no rules to gangbanging outside of, you know, no kids, no this and no that, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you do what you do. But now, when it comes to that 1-3, as far as I can explain, it just means you got to be a lot tighter. That you no longer can be reckless like that. Like at my age, it's the West on mine. You know what I mean? And that's without my neighborhood. So that just means that I just got to be a lot tighter. There's certain things that I can't say, certain things I can't do, and certain ways that I have to conduct myself. If not just for that, but simple fact that a representation. I'm like a representation of that, you know, an extension. Doesn't mean I'm connected with whatever. It just means that when you put that, when it's about that 1-3, it's about something entirely different. You know what I mean? It's a code of conduct, and that's what we adhere by, you know?
Right. And I understand. I understand. I just wanted you to speak briefly on it, to break it down because, like you said, it's different. It's a bigger car and a bigger responsibility. You know what I mean? So I just wanted you to break that down. Another thing I want to ask you before we get back to the show, to the channel, what rappers like do you fuck with, like in the music? Like, what do you bump? Who do you fuck with? I know you got artists as well, like the guy who opened up the show. You know what I mean? If you want to plug him as well, but who do you like listen to or fuck with? Or who? I'm sure there's a lot of people you came up on, but what you fucking with these days?
I tell you who I've been bumping. Outside of my boy that I gave you, that's just him going off on the intro. You know what I mean? But that's my boy Chief Loud from Proving Our Point. You know what I mean? He's one of those dudes, you know what I'm saying? He's Hispanic and he ain't worried about, you know, bridging these gaps. Like, he's willing to collab with you know, but you just got to have, you know, some type of bars.
Yeah, he got bars. He got bars. That's what I was going to say. And even when I heard him, you wouldn't even know you could have just going off his flow and his bars that he was a Chicano or nothing. You know what I mean? He's just a like you said, he's just a dope rapper. You know what I mean? Dope MC.
Yeah, he got a. And that's I tell you like this. With that dude, it's light work. That's why like when I see cats that be like, oh, I'm the out of the homies that king of California. I'm like, man, it's because you ain't ran into Chief Loud. There's people pushing him right now. You know what I mean? Just to really get out there and take it, but he don't have none of his stuff mastered or nothing. So once he gets on that page, there's gonna be a lot of heads rolling on that. But outside of him, you know what I'm saying? Outside of him, I'm on the east a little bit. Outside of Trey D and them, I'm on the east. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? What's your name?
You fuck with Trey D though. That's my guy.
Yeah. And all them. Like, I'm on AR Avenue. What's his name?
Caught a bad one
Low.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got caught up though, didn't they? They caught a bad one though.
Well, ARF fucking with Vlad, you know what I mean, got him caught up, but I know he said what he said, but it's still like how it goes with Vlad, lame ass fool. But dark. I'm on Dark Low hard, like.
Okay.
Like that Dark Low, because it's just that grimy, just that one I got to turn off sometimes because it get me like in a whole different. And there's some homie rappers I check out like what's the name, Bozo and them, Cujo. But for the most part, if I'm I'm on that proving our point. I'm on Chief Loud shit because I know this dude got the potential to come up, and he don't have them hang-ups. He don't bang. He out of North Hollywood. The No Hope life. He got his brand, No Hope, and he just he's different. He grew up with it, but just didn't get into it. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
That's why I fuck with him so hard.
Hey, speaking of No Hope, were you up on the homie? I know he passed away a few years ago, but I don't know. You kind of remind me of him. But were you up on the homie Payback?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, he was hard.
Back in the days, I fucked with the Wizard. They used to be in my hood.
Okay.
Kirk, and all them Mudbone, all them cats. They used to be in the hood. Like my homies was never like that. Like we all function, even though Wizard came later.
Right.
But we used to function before they became Crips. They used to be all in the hood, like J Down, all them fools.
Okay.
Too Sweet.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that was the homie, man. Rest in peace to Payback guy. I don't know what you think about that. Yeah, he was active. You know what I mean? So, rest in peace. But he was hard though. Speaking about music though, and bars, beside all the bullshit, homie was hard though. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he was pushing that gangster card like real hard.
Yeah, he was harder than the dudes in L.A. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was really pushing that. Hey, and it's crazy because I stayed like not that far from where he got killed, and it was just like what? Yeah. Like when I found out he got killed, I was like, that's him. Like man, my sister was one of the ones that told me. She like, man, they killed Payback. I was like, man, that's.
They say some of his own. Well, I don't know. It was deep. I know Payback. It was a lot going on. But rest in peace, the homie. That's crazy. But shout out to AR too and Dark Low. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They hard too. Yeah. And then I noticed you mentioned the homie Trey D. I fuck with Trey D too. Just on some gangster shit. And once again, he hard too. Which one?
Him and it's Trey D.
Rico.
It looked like
Rico and
that other dude. It looked like Goldie Low, but I'm unsure.
Okay. I don't know. I have to check that one. Okay. Yeah, but Trey D hard though. You know what I mean? He's definitely hard. Shout out to Trey D.
Yeah.
But back to the channel though. We got a few minutes left. Let's talk about the channel again, man. Get them hip to tell them about the channel again, where they could check it out at and what you got coming up. And I know you got a big interview coming up with the homie Big Herc from Fresh Out. That's a big platform.
I did it.
Okay. So
I did it. I'm just waiting from to air it.
Okay. Cool. Be on the lookout for that. And what else you got going on? I know you got people like at you now. The channel is blowing up. Like, what's the plans for the channel? Like, what do you plan on doing next? Being that everything, the attention is there now. People are hip. Like, what do you got going on for the future with the channel and other ventures?
Right now, I'm just trying to increase my numbers as far as like on my subscribe base and try to open up a line, because I think there's a lot of cats out there that just got spit, and if they only collab with the other side, it's what Sad Boy Loco did was smart. When YG,
right,
because that opened it opened it up even more for YG, and it opened it up for Sad Boy Loco. People actually listened to him, but it really opened up YG. That's when Hispanics are really like, hey, you know, I fuck with, even
right,
after all that beef that they had in Compton, it's like, dudes is like, I fuck with that dude. Like, he fuck with the homie that's good. And that's the type of gap that we need to bridge. That's how you bring that money to open up, these, you know, up these lanes.
Right. Yeah. That was a beautiful situation. I like that as well. Sad Boy is hard too, and that was a big bridge. But even now, the homie Sad Boy, you know, he got caught up. You know what I mean? So I hope he makes it out of his situation. You know what I mean? That's a thin line again between the streets and you know, crossing over all the way and getting into the business and changing your life. Because you know, you see the homie got caught up, but I don't know his situation. But you know, prayers are up to the homie Sad Boy. You know?
Yeah, real talk. That's how it is, though. It's like at some point you gotta learn to just slide back. When you get that type of money, it's time to slide back. Let your homies do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I was gonna tell you as well. I know with the page you do a lot of posts and stuff every day. I don't know where you're at with it, but I know even like a suggestion. You know, you could. I know you do posts and they're kind of quick, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But, you know, you could open up the discussion, go live, and you know, as well, people patronize. I don't know if you're on that yet and all that, but you know, it's money in that too as well. Not saying like you getting money from that, but people love like already on to you and love what you do and want to hear your stories and interact with you, so you can go to lives on, take them longer, or even do almost like a podcast on live on YouTube and make good money, and people patronize you. You know what I mean? I know homies that just people they sit up there and talk and give their stories, and people give a lot of money just through one session. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of doors open for you on that.
Yeah, real talk. You know what? A lot of people have been getting at me about the podcast, and I'm trying to, you know, get my equipment so I can actually start collabing with other dudes that do podcasts and just really open it up. I got 2 phones. One of them is, you know, I got to work on the speaker, and it's nice, like view-wise, wide view and everything. But so the phone that I record on is kind of cheap. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting. I'm trying to, right now it's like I got hats out and everything on my brand. So I'm like, and that's just quick money. You know what I mean? So once I start selling them good, then I'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, finance everything. And there's been cats that get at me and that get a Patreon and I support your channel. And I've just been like, well, let me bring more to the table before you get into that, you know?
Right. But I mean, I think you already got the people, man. It's like, and I'm seeing now you got not only people, you know, people feel you know what I mean? A lot of the Mexican homies and blacks, you know what I mean? So, but now you're branching out. I'm seeing you're like all over the country. When you give your shout outs, you shout out people in Texas and Georgia and like all over the place, you know what I mean? So
Alabama,
you know,
Arkansas, because you can't forget them. Anytime you want to move, you got to have these openings. I can't go to Detroit and don't got nobody with me. Like, it's like, cats don't understand. Like, you know, you got cats that hate, like, why you giving Texas shout out? Because I'm trying to move. I got family in Texas, but I'm trying to be able to move with a cushion instead of have to be out there wilding out, you know? I'm too old for that shit.
Right. And even in other states, like how we were speaking about earlier, gangbang, not even gangbang, but gangs have spread all over. So it's just as many, you know, I'm sure you know, Sureños everywhere else too. You know what I mean? Like, and that's a good thing to, deep, like everywhere. I'm sure you know that. You know what I mean? So it's a good, and I'm sure they tune into you and relate. And you know, especially people from different places, they want to, you know, attach. You know what I mean? So I'm sure they take, and especially you got probably black homies, same situation and others. So I'm sure like they all gravitate to what you're doing. You know what I mean? And appreciate your voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? And it surprised me, but yeah, a lot of cats do get me. A lot of Damus, a lot of Chris. I remember when a dude from Santana hit me up. I was like, what? As you know, Santana and Compton, them, they be with the business. So it's like, man, when he hit me up, I was like, hey, respect. I was like, what? You know?
Right. Yes.
Oh,
and go ahead.
One thing. Shout out to homie I7 from Mac Mafia.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's on
Give the
board.
shout out.
That's
go
another
ahead.
one.
Go ahead.
I wish I had his music, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know what he's doing, you know. He got sidetracked. But I7, I forgot what they call him from Mac Mafia. But, yeah, hopefully, you know, he come with it if you hear me.
Okay, that's what's up. And then we got a couple minutes left. But what I'm just saying that because the people listening on the live stream, it'll probably go off. But we got a lot of callers still tune in with us, so keep tuning in. The show will keep going. But if you're on the live stream, it'll go off. So I want to give a couple shout outs as well. Shout out to the homie Big D. He wanted me to send his love to you. Who else out there? It was somebody else. I don't know. But I'm sorry if I much love to you again. Thank you for tuning in. And we'll continue on. Now I just wanted to say that before the live stream went off. But go ahead, homie.
Yeah. Shout out to I7. You know what I'm saying? From like I said, from Mac Mafia. Shout out to Chief Loud proving our point. The homie Cujo, Bozo. You know what I'm saying? To all the homies like from upstate all the way down. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to them and shouts out to the hood, Stormont Park, and I'm out. You know.
And tell them again, homie, the page, you know what I mean, so they can, the people listening, they want to know the page so they can go check you out. I got a lot of new people just checked in. I'm glad you checked in before the live stream went out. So now we can kick it for a minute. We ain't got to go yet, homie. But tell the people the page again so they could tune in and listen and see what you're doing, homie.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube at Kneel To Zod 1, or you can find me on IG at Zod 13. And the same goes for FB, Zod. And it's like, anything you want to know about me, you want to ask me a question, just go ahead and, shoot me a message. I respond to everybody. And I respond to damn near all my comments, no matter how long they are. So, just go ahead and drop by and hopefully, I don't disappoint you, as far as content. But,
That's right. Hey, and what's been the feedback from I know you got a lot of people that don't know you and tune into your page and like you and all that, but what's been the feedback from people that you know? You know what I mean? Have you been getting some support? They tell you they like the page, or what's been the feedback from the people who got to check you like, damn, that's Blackie or boom, boom, boom.
See, hey, there's a lot of my homies, like, I had dudes I've been busted with from Songfed. I got other cats, like, when I did almost 14 years, so I've been to a lot of prisons and ran into a lot of dudes, so these cats, they hear it. You got cats in jail listening to my channel, so that's why
they got the phone.
I got to maneuver. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it's all positive with them. They know I was solid, and I'm still solid. And they pushing the channel. Some of them, especially on IG, you got cats sharing my page. You got the dude that did the slap your chuck challenge. The total dance or whatever. You got that dude on the page now, solid. He a working dude, got family, taking care of him. You know what I mean? So for the most part, everything's been positive. A couple of the cats, negative Nancy's, but for the most part, I got more positive comments from everybody, Bloods, Crips, homies, some Northerners, some Bulldogs. Like, it's just like, hey, because when we have pain, it is what it is, but
how did you get past,
like, I'm down here.
Right, and not to cut you off, I want to speak on that since you mentioned the Northerners, right? How did you get past that? Because I know at the beginning when you started doing your show, you had a couple problems with some homies from up north, from Northerners, Bulldogs up North California, but you got over it and moved past it and then go back to the negative. But how did you? I'm sure at first, how did you get past that? Because it was a lot. I've seen some issues with that.
You know what? I had to become humble. And remember that there's G's from all sides. Like, I've ran into solid ones and I've ran into, lame ones. Same with homies, Same with everybody. They're always lames. But, you got a point. It's like I'm 40 and it's like what I look like. We ain't on the street fighting. So wolfing on the net to dudes that ain't did nothing to me, like, it's understandable the animosity that they had toward me, because when I came out with the channel at first, I was like on people's heads on what I did, But after a while, it just, I had to get on my grown man shit and slide back and realize that, like I said, that you got noble cats on every side, no matter what nobody thinks, you know what I mean? And until a cat proved me wrong, you know what I'm saying, as far as like he ain't worth nothing, then I have nothing bad to say about him, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it was. Right.
Hey, Black, I would love to see you, man, like we spoke about the podcast. Take on the podcast role. And sometimes, podcasts don't even mean you have to do a lot of extra. You could do what you're doing already YouTube has a lot of tools now to make that happen. You can even, interview people, and they have an app. You can, I'll talk to you offline about that, just some shit. You can invite people on and be live with you and all that, and have your numbers, because that's where even me, I'm gonna transfer a lot of stuff to YouTube, because the money is there now, especially when you have a big audience like you already have, so I can see you doing a podcast, you know what I mean, speaking to people like now, how we can conversate with homies in the pen, doing interviews with some of the homies from the pen on both sides, and just opening up that dialogue, because I know even you spoke on one of your posts that you don't want to be stick on the one subject, and you're opening it up, which is good, because it's a lot to talk about, you know what I mean? But I know as well you could take that lane, you know what I mean? Because being the unique, situation you have, and just being through what you've been through, being to the pen, and knowing the homies from all sides and everywhere, I think that will make for a great podcast, homie. It's just bigger content, you know what I mean? I would love to see you do that.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely something I want to get into.
I'm down to help you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm down to help however I can. Like I said, I'm going to talk to you offline about some, not ideas and stuff I could throw your way that, I'm sure that could help, you know what I mean? But just, you have the audience already, homie, and it's like a lot of people gravitate, and it's just truth. Like I said, the first time I heard your post, I don't even know how I came to it, you know what I mean? And I liked it, off the top, and started following you. And I even told like numerous homies about you. You know what I'm saying? I even told my brother about you. He got on to your shit. You know what I mean? And it was just it's just a good thing you're doing, and it's just real. You know what I mean? It's rare. Like my brother said, you want to last a dying breed, because, you know what I mean? I mean, to come, not now because it's different, but coming from back in the day and everything you had to endure and go through. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I have similar background, San Gabriel Valley. You know what I mean? I grew up back and forth from L.A., but mainly there. You know what I mean? All my homies are Mexican, from a Mexican hood pretty much. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, one of the last of the dying breed. So I'm glad you were able to get the story out, man, and speak to my audience, man. And we just got a lot of love for you, homie, and I support you. Everything you're doing, anything you want to bring back to the show, I'm here for you. Artists you want to bring on, whatever, or music, you know what I mean? I got your back, homie, all the way. You know?
Oh, we definitely on that.
Yeah. And before we go though, let me bring back the homie. The homies out there, before we close it out, I'm sure he wants to holler at you and just say some closing words. Anybody else out there want to speak? Because we got a lot of callers, man. The shit, they up here for you tonight, homie. The phone lines are lit still. So anybody want to speak, press 1. I'm gonna bring the homie Jerron back and my bro CeeLo if they want to say anything before we go. CeeLo, Jerron, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
What up?
What's up with
homie?
Yeah, we
oh
can
man,
hear you.
Yeah, I'm just appreciating the moment. It's as I always said, man. This platform that you have, G-Lew, it allows for the voices to be heard from behind the walls, and also that's out here on these streets for those that been in. Because when you get out, it's it's hard for your voice to be heard when you get out.
Right.
I'm talking about it's a small percentage, and we all have our stories. And let me just make sure I'm clear on this. And I ain't taking nothing from nobody that did time. I'm specifically speaking about those that did 10 or more.
Yeah.
Or 5 or more. It's something happens to you, man. Mentally. As something happens, and we all have that after you do so much. And it's regardless. Speaking for myself, because I don't want to say everybody, but for myself, it was very challenging. I had everything worked out as far as what I'm gonna do, but I had a lot of pitfalls because the area that I'm focused in is the law, and but
right.
I still do. I still write every now and then, but that's not making no money for me. So I stick to what's bringing me money, and it's for my voice to be heard, I had to figure that way out, man. And this here, my voice is being heard. I mean, I'm now people that tuned in, they know that okay, this cat do legal work. All right, he can't do that. I mean, I got a story, but I ain't. You hear bits and pieces of it every time I get on, man, and that's
right.
that's what this show is good for. It's invited to that, and I like I'm pushing more for the productive but not the counterproductive. For this show. If it was just counterproductive, then I'd be like, I don't know if I'm gonna get on because it's not even serving the purpose of my perspective and my outlook, man. But that what this is doing, man. Of course, you're gonna have controversy, but there's mature ways to deal with that, And I like the way that it's being handled. I like the way that you handling it. You got Sandbox, homeboy from way back, up on here, giving his story. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And and that's what your show allows. And man, I give credit to that, and I give credit, as I said, to Blackie about that, man. And just keep doing what you're doing, man. All of y'all, man. As I said, whenever you want me on, just hit me up, man. I'll tune in, And on that note, man, I'm gonna go check out, man. I might have to go to the gym or do some boot. But y'all,
all right.
Yeah, man, I like it.
I appreciate it, Jerron, man. Thank you for checking in. Just connect. I wanted to connect you with the homie Blackie, just on the strength that I heard that you guys grew up, man. So that's a great thing, man. And thanks for all your support on the show.
Indeed, man. All right now, Blackie.
All right, Jerron.
All right, man.
Peace. Hey, CeeLo, you out there, man? You want to say anything before we close out?
Yeah, man, I just want to say one more time to all the listeners, one more time, you experience something that you might not ever hear again, so I'm going to just tell it to you like this, like you said. Kneel before Zod.
That's right.
I'm going to say, like you said it in the book, kneel before Zod. Hey, man.
That's right.
Thank you for blessing us with your peace, man. And like I said, man, black and brown, hopefully we can find a way to get down and be down in the future somehow, some way. But I mean, man, hey, thank you for all the knowledge that you spit. You representing, like I said, man, you the last of a dying breed. Me and my brother, we from SoCal. So no disrespect to the north, but it's big bag, south side, SUR13 on this dish, 213, all motherfucking day. SFV, we see you. Homie, thank you. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you, man. Everything you was talking was real shit, and we appreciate that, bro. We need more motherfuckers like you. We need more people out here like you, man, preaching. And to the youngsters, y'all need to go back and listen to what this show and listen to what this man said. For real.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
I can't do much more. Y'all got me tripping looking at the Lakers game in Gonzaga. My bad. But hey, God, I'm gonna tell him one more time. Kneel before Zod.
That's right. Hey, much love, CeeLo. Thanks, homie. Thanks, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big man Thresher.
Right.
Ringo. Recognize. I'm telling you, black and can get out. And when we do, they're gonna frown. And when they do, we're gonna frown.
That's right. All right, CeeLo. Hey, Blackie, man, closing out the show, man. Let everybody know what they need to know. What we didn't speak on. What else you want to get out there? I know you got the brand, you got the shirts, the hats. Plug everything. Plug the show once again. How they can get at you for business or anything you want the people to know that we didn't speak on in closing, homie.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this. If you're trying to get any hats or any merchandise by me, just hit me up at IG at Zod Fester, the same name on Facebook. You can find me at. You can ask me about my merchandise, but for the most part, what I want to say, just get out there is like, hey, fuck all that bullshit. Get the bag, and if it ain't about the bag, it ain't worth it. And I'm gonna tell you can go to prison, but it may not be what you think it is, and that's all I'm gonna say.
That part right there, man. Kneel To Zod, my special guest tonight. Thank you again, homie. I appreciate it. Great show. we'll be in touch. Anybody who missed the show, man, I have the link back up in like 15 minutes. So Zod or anybody else who missed anything, go back, listen to the show. We'll have it up in a minute. Thank my guest again, Kneel To Zod. Follow his YouTube page. It's blowing up, man. And much love to the homie, man. Much love to the SFV, your neighborhood homie. Much love to all my homies from Brick City and everybody else, man. We out of here. Much love. Thank you again, homie.
All right, thank you, man.
All right, peace and love. We out.
Okay, what's happening, y'all? This is Young Drizzle the Truth, better known right now as Andre Truth, and you are now rocking and listening to the best G-Lew, man. Old school, Westside Wednesdays. We ain't gonna do the old school, man. It's Andre Truth with G-Lew, Westside Wednesdays. Y'all know what it is. Talk.
What is your definition of an OG?
Definition of an OG?
Yes.
Shit, me. You know what I mean? Definition of an OG is a...
Well, also, man, shout out to my boy Snow. I forgot about that. Much love, Snow. Thanks for tuning in with us, homie. Much love.
Cool butts, like suckers and shit. And, you know, they might have the whole look, know how to talk the whole shit, but you're not an OG, you know what I'm saying? So... like, an OG is definitely somebody that had to been through some shit and, you know, whatever it may be. But I call a lot of cats OG when I see them and shit, but that's just like, you know, out of, maybe like a respect greeting and shit. But like a real deal OG, like on some street shit, is definitely somebody that been through some shit, reputation 100. You know what I'm saying? Stood up under whatever situation they might have been, because you can't be an OG and not been through some trials and some adversity and shit, you know what I'm saying? So you stood up, stood tall, no smut, you know what I'm saying? You ain't do no sucker shit, you know what I mean? And then, on top of that, to even get qualified, like you gotta give your young niggas game and shit, you know what I'm saying? You can't be no hater. You gotta be somebody that's trying to, you know, bring your young dudes on the same status as you, and you ain't looking down or jealous and shit, and that's like super rare. So it's not too many OGs, like real OGs out here, not in 2018, no, fuck no, because how long ago, 20 years ago, what's that, 98? You know what I mean?
Good math.
Ain't too many niggas that was coming up around them. Around then, they kept it solid and still fucking with niggas, and, you know, it's a lot of niggas ran for the, and that's fine too, but, you know, you're not really an OG. You a nigga that's around and went and did your life. Like, a nigga like me, I'm an OG, you know what I'm saying? You know, you get your young...
Another day, another dollar for the top dog with the gold fleet collar. Nigga make the whole dog world wanna holler the way they do my life, and I'm steady trying to do more right. It's so trite, your life could disappear if you ain't careful who you fucking with, nigga. Now reappear, come here, come near, so you can hear what I spit. I'm sick and tired of niggas saying they on that G shit. Just because you got on stars with some khakis and think your rap style can out-rap me and out-jack me, come here, nigga, slap yourself. That's probably why your shit still sitting on the motherfucking shelf, and mine's so loud ever since it came out. Blue carpet roll out, number one, no doubt. More clout down south, mixing it up with the niggas that don't ever hesitate to bust. What you niggas tapping on my front door for? Oh, you looking for your hoe? We in the hotel room doing the Zoom, and let me let you know, nigga, my heat goes boom, 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 and my heat goes boom, 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 boom. I'm back Back on the scene, chopping green, captain on the team. Call me commissioner, nigga, so just listen up. Look like your boy didn't outgrow his britches. He hanging with them niggas, but them niggas straight bitches. Left my nigga hanging at the club when it was scrap time. Then a week later, gave him a shout out in a rap line. Now they in the New York rap time. Rapper turned snitch, now he living on the main line. Money's too tight to mention, but let me mention. When them niggas in the kitchen find out he's snitching, they gon' get it. And when his homies find out he's snitching, 9 times out of 10 that nigga gon' be bitch. You know what? Transforming is switching. And oh yeah, informing is snitching. But I ain't one to tell, and you ain't heard it from me. I'm just the MC trying to stay and my heat goes boom, 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 boom. And my heat goes boom, 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 boom. And my heat goes boom, 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 boom. And my heat goes boom, 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 boom. Look here, fool. I know this game in and out. And quit trying to tell me about them niggas down south. Don't try to slide with that west side love shit. That dub shit, eat a dick, bitch. I can read you from the giddy. I read you. I took you to my home and I fed you and led you upstairs to a room with 37 niggas that was strapped up hating, waiting on you. Nigga, you the victim. We don't pick them, we just stick them. And once we get them, we got them. We trying to rid the streets of creeps and freaks like you. For all you snitches and bitches, we gon' do the world a big favor. Cause niggas like y'all be fucking up the gangster flavor. And no, yeah, it ain't no West Coast thing. Cause niggas out of town got birds that sing. And my heat goes boom, 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 boom. And my heat goes boom, 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 boom. And my heat goes boom, 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 boom. And my heat goes boom, 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 boom. Break down. Break down. My nigga beat you on the beach. No limit.
I don't mean to be so uptight, but my heart's been hurt a couple times by a couple guys that didn't treat me right. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie.
Alexa, play Meant to Be.
Okay.
If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. If it's meant to be, it'll be.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get access to over 50 million songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
You gotta be so cold to make it in this world. Yeah, you're a natural, living your life cutthroat. You gotta be so cold. Yeah, you're a natural.
Alexa, play Imagine Dragons.
Okay.
'Cause you're a natural. I'm feeling hot as stone. You gotta.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get access to over 50 million songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.